Oh, say, can you see any army? Now, anyways, what's up, everyone? Good evening. Welcome to Knowledge and Relationships, a stream that's always providing the best of the best with Mr. Intellectual Soapbox. What's up, Mr. Intellectual Soapbox? Can anyone hear me?
You good, bro?
All right, cool. Um, Salutes to the people who are tuned in. WWG, thank you for tuning in. And now he says he wants in a topic, but unfortunately, WWG, it is a closed panel for now. I am working on some other things like in the future, but okay, good. I'm glad that you hear us both, right? But as you see, we have the little American flag in the background. But anyways, next time we will work on something. But if anyone ever does come up here in the future, you have to cam up. That is one of the requirements that I have for most like new guests. But anyways, thank you for tuning in and supporting the channel. So go ahead and play some relaxing music real quick because tonight we're gonna definitely rock out. Oh shoot! And I forgot the name of. Oh, anyways, hold on. I think it is. Go up. Got a lot of stuff. Shout outs to DJ Eddie King, like with his music. So salutes to the brother.
Shout out to JD King, y'all.
And then since always came up.
You as
All right,
well.
for sure. We'll definitely get to next time. I would say Mr. Into the Soapbox.
I said subscribe to JD King too on YouTube and also on Instagram as well.
Oh yeah, definitely, most definitely for sure. But WG, next time hit up Mr. Intellectual Soapbox on his IG. You'll see it like under the description, and then you guys can work something out. But we do have something that's planned, and I definitely want to make sure that I stay on key on this part. And let me turn this music down just a little notch. So don't be too loud. There we go. All right, so tonight's topic is, are you in the land of the free? All right. So I have a video. Well, I have like a couple other videos that I definitely want to play around. And in these videos, like it talks about how, our people can be so racially like stereotyped. And I'm not going to say like it's the people's fault for having that stereotype, but sometimes we create that stereotype for ourselves. But here's the thing though, what you're about to see is not, in the light of on the behalf of our people. You know what I mean? It's just that you have a few ignorant people, and the media always want to show the negative side of us, but they never want to show the intellectual side. So before we begin, please be advised that what we discuss is not political, clinical, financial, medical, nor legal advice. This is for information and entertainment purposes only. Make sure you smash that like button, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to your friends, share around, do whatever you need to do to help build the algorithm up. And also, please be advised that the opinions of our panelists and guests and chat are not necessarily the viewpoints of knowledge and relationships. Okay? So, and shout outs to Simon. I see you in the chat as well. But anyways, make sure you guys get the likes up. That's the most important thing. So, in our next video, I think we got like enough people that's watching. I'm gonna open up this Google Chrome tab, and then I want to play. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Let me see if I could be able to pop this up. All right. So in this one, shout outs to the guy like with the hair, Mr. T. Pendel. He's a comedian and YouTuber. He made like a lot of like YouTube videos like from way back then, and he's still relevant. And sometimes he goes out there, into Miami, and he scouts around a couple of people, guys, girls, whoever. And here's the thing: when you look at the video and the reaction, you'll think he's always just talking about like black folks. No, he's just going around just talking about anyone. But basically, The title of this part is that, will you date a rapper, scammer, or 9 to 5? And so, of course, unfortunately, some hood chicks, will say, something otherwise. For sure it's not going to be profound because you guys could probably expect what they're going to have to say, but let me go ahead and just play the reaction. All right. Just to let you know, everything's all in fair use, so we'll see.
Would you prefer dating someone like a scammer, a drug dealer, or a regular 9 to 5 guy?
I think we all have the same answer. And we like a 9 to 5 with a little bit of scammer on the side.
I ain't gonna lie, like, to be honest, scammer, 9 to 5, then drug dealer. I fuck with scammers. Scammers cool. Drug dealer.
Then what?
Scammer.
Then what?
9 to 5.
Something been love. All right.
The scammer and a drug dealer. Then 9 to 5.
Logan's face.
I'm just like, I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm not even gonna comment.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No comment.
When we're at a point in history where someone says, would you date someone who is a scammer, which is someone who is actively manipulating other people for only the benefits and advantage of taking money from them when they're weak? It's a very interesting mindset of someone who would do that. Then another person is a drug dealer, someone who's openly or covertly selling a product that puts their community at a lower vibration, lower thought process, health-wise. They're actively helping to destroy their town or their city, right? And they're profiting off of that. Have you ever seen an interview with someone who's a high-level drug dealer? They usually say, "Oh, I don't do the drugs." They don't do the drugs because they're giving to other people who destroy their lives. So when a woman says, I'd rather date those two types of individuals, that way of thinking, rather than the guy who goes to actually where are we at in society where that's a thing? Like, let's correlate this with music, is that there was that movie that came out, if you haven't seen it, called Scam with a Beat. Have you seen that movie?
Oh, you talked about it.
Okay, I highly recommend you watching it because it's very fascinating. Where there's a guy who's a rapper and he's a scam rapper. He teaches people through his music, his fans, how to do scams. How to rob like Target and how to get money from it, how to rob people through Instagram, how to set up fake profiles as women and then tell men that you have a Cash App and to fly you places, but then reimburse that ticket and then cancel that account and then get the money from it. Like, it's a whole entire thing. It's called a Scam Bible. And so he's made this Scam Bible. You can download it. It's something you can purchase off of his website, but then he also has music where he's embedding the scams in the music. And he's not rhyming on beat. He's off beat. It's something you can tell, like, this guy's not like a rapper, but he got signed to a major record deal. And so when I saw the Scam with the Beat movie, I just thought, so a label felt it was a good idea to give a scammer millions of dollars to promote to other young kids how to scam more people. So it's kind of like they made a replication model by just giving him more money. And so anyway, when I saw that, this is the first time I watched one of these videos and said, would you date a scammer? I didn't even know how big scammers were until I watched that movie. And then I heard all these girls going, yeah, I'd date a scammer. I'm like, you would date someone with the mentality to manipulate, with someone who would manipulate others for you think they're not going to manipulate you?
Yes, exactly.
That's what I was
thinking.
thinking.
My first thought.
Let me tell you something.
Oops, I forgot I was muted. That was another episode of Fair Use, by the way. And salutes to Big Rick Slaps in the building.
Big Rick Slaps, what up?
All right, so Mr. Intellectual Soapbox, watching that, man, like, what came to your mind?
Hold on 1 second.
No problem.
Yeah, man, for me, I'm like, dude, like, man, we just gotta stop making ourselves look stupid on social media. Like, literally, like, stop making yourself look stupid on social media. Now, look, there are scammers and con artists in every race and culture of people, right? You know what I mean? But I remember The Sopranos, when The Sopranos was out, and Sopranos was it was winning all types of awards. I mean, it was the #1 rated show on TV, period. There was nothing touching The Sopranos, okay? Nothing touching The Sopranos. They would come out with a DVD set, it would sell out easily. right? So, you know what I mean? When the Italian community seeing this, they were outraged. They complained about this series. And they said this series does not represent, you know, us as Italians who live in America. You know what I mean? And I was shocked when I heard about it. I was like, what? Like, this is the one series in all the TV. Why are they upset? You know what I'm saying? But I was like, dude, like, they don't want their people to be represented in any negative light. You know what I mean? And they were like, we're not all killers. We're not all around, you know, just doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. We're not robbing people. We're not thieves. Like, these are things that y'all putting out here. You know what I mean? That you want to portray us as. You know what I mean? And they wasn't having it. They wasn't going for it, man. I think there was another movie back in the day. I don't know if it was Schindler's List or some type of movie. And the Jewish community came out and complained about that. You know what I mean? When Whoopi Goldberg made his statement about the Jewish community and how they really are black and whatever, they completely destroyed her, trashed her. They took off the show, I think, for either 2 weeks or a month or something like that. So when other communities are affected or you put them in a bad light, oh, they're gonna be on your neck. You know what I mean? Off top, and that's just how it is. But with us, we put everything out there in the aspect of keeping it real. You know what I mean? No, keep it private. Stop putting all your bullshit out there for people to see. Something like Big Rig says, and salute to Big Rig. Not everything needs to be said. You don't have to say everything. Some things you need to keep to yourself, and some of your business you need to keep to yourself. You know what I mean? Because you can wind up making an ass out of yourself, straight up and down. And that's all I gotta say about that.
You know what? That was definitely well said, because, you know, this is something even like, you know, behind the scenes, you know, when we was, you know, reacting to that, that was one of the things that we was talking about. Like, look, unfortunately, black folks, man, you know, when we, especially like in these YouTube spaces, let's focus on YouTube part real quick, since we're more heavily active into that. Look, what other nationality has a platform like this that's utilizing besides whites? Okay, and when they're using a platform, do you always hear them talk about white issues? Do you always hear Hispanics that come into the black platforms and talk about Hispanic issues? No, they don't. But you know what? They're quick to talk about our issues, the Black American issues, the things that we're going through, the things that we need to improve in. And some of them are not even from this country. Some of them are just like, you know, spectators, not even YouTubers. But they come into the space because, you know why? We allow them to come and we give them permission to talk about us. Because we speak too much and we speak too openly and freely about the issues that we're going through. And then you know what else? Then we begin to fight in front of outsiders. Yes, I said outsiders. Because you know why? By the end of the day, they take notes and they go laugh at us to their own people. I mean, what is the purpose for having, you know, a mixed crowd when you're looking into the scene and you see nothing but a bunch of like ignorant, like, you know, black people going at all the time? That's the stereotype that we're giving them. We're giving them that type of treatment. We're giving them that type of light. You know what I mean? And I feel like going for at this point, if you want to make a difference, it stops right here. You know, I think as black YouTubers, we needed to uplift more of our people. Yes, I know that video reaction didn't really, you know, paint like a good light as far as for black people, but that wasn't even the point of me uploading that video. The point of me even showing that video is to show you guys, this is what outsiders, they look at us. And then you know what? They take a certain clip and then that's when they critique. But if you watch the whole video, even though there was still some more people that wanted certain type of things, you'll notice that there are some women that are non-black or whatever, and although some of them will play smart and they'll play cool and be like, well, I want a 9 to 5 job or whatever, but then low key, you can kind of tell by the look of their face or the stutter that they're willing to take someone who could actually make fast money. And I don't want people to think that, okay, man, the reason why I should not marry a black woman is because they're loud, they're ghetto, they only want drug dealers, they only want bad boys. That's not even the case. It's not just like black women. You know, it's all women. Well, sorry, not all women. It's all, most, I'm gonna have to use the female term. It's mostly all females that actually has an immature mindset. Okay? So exclude the smart women, the educated women, the women that actually have a good head on their shoulders. We're just talking about the ones, right, who are just pretty much dumb-minded and they don't want to do anything. The lazy types. But see, when I'm talking about those people, okay, I'm not talking about mostly black women, you know. To be honest with you, and I'll make this clear straight up. A lot of times when I talk about women, hell, it's a small percentage that I'm even including black women. Okay? I'm including like the other nationalities that you guys don't really talk about. But for me, I be around with all races of, you know, people. So I know how they operate. And you know how they operate? They operate just the same as you guys try to ridicule the black women, as you try to ridicule the black men. Okay? Speaking of black men, let me go ahead and bring up Be Easy in the building. Be Easy, that dude. What's up? Can you hear us? Oh, I think he's having connection issues. But shout outs to OG Patrice. Salute to you, sis.
Hey, OG Patrice.
Okay, she says greetings and salutations, family. All right, Be Easy try to connect to his camera and mic, but he'll be ready shortly though. But yeah, man, you know, I got like another video that I want to put, but let me give Be Easy some time real quick because I know he's trying to set his thing up, so I'll give him about like you know just a few minutes. But yeah, I just want to just make that clear, man, because you know sometimes like and this is why sometimes we have like our closed panels for now, because when people that do come up in the space, a lot of people don't really know the topic points that we're talking about. And then y'all come in there with the manosphere type of mindset thing, like, okay, man, I'm coming here because I hate black women, or I come here because I hate black men, and you know, black this, black that. This is not the place like for us to like really be talking bad about our people like that. Like I said, man, we just want to uplift our people and also expose like some other things outside of us. Because and I'm not gonna talk too much, right? But here's the thing. I feel like the same way they ask us questions about our culture, the same way how they'll say that, you know, American people or black people are this, and that, why can't we have the same liberty to ask, you know, a Middle Eastern, ask like, you know, or a Hispanic, Mexican, whoever, ask a Chinese person, well, what is it like growing up and what is your culture like? Anytime when we ask them about some person about their culture and their lifestyle, they want to plead the fifth, and then they want to use their amendment and their rights to refuse to give us an answer, which I think that's utterly like BS. And shout outs to QB. Thanks for tuning in. Everyone, please.
Hey, QB. What's going on, QB?
Yeah. Everyone, please, you know, share the videos. I know y'all probably liking it already, so thank you for doing that. But please share it to like, you know, like your Instagram or Facebook, however you want to call it. All right, now let's go ahead and bring Be Easy, that dude. What up, Be Easy?
Be Easy, what's good?
So you're still muted. Okay. All right. Well, I think he's still trying to get his connection right, but let me see. Be Easy said he can't hear us. All right, Be Easy. You might have to go to your settings so you can change like the output. If you have your headphones on, you probably have to switch up your headphones. If not, probably like, or maybe if you're on your phone, switch it to speaker mode. Hopefully you'll be able to hear us. Other than that, try to come out and then come back in. But I think it's probably just like a connection issue. But okay. In the meantime, I'll put you like in the backstage, right? And let us know if you can hear us, Be Easy. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share this next video. Let's go ahead and start this. All right. In this next video, courtesy of Be Easy. Let me see. This one is about this mixed woman. Okay, you see this is good now? Okay. All right, Be Easy. I heard you say you was good.
Yeah, what's up? Could you hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you real clear. How you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just I got a lot of stuff I was doing, so I might be coming in and out. You know what I mean?
No, you good, man. And thank you for sharing like some of these videos too. Didn't get a chance to watch like the last two, but I watched a little bit of this mixed.
I mean, you don't even need to watch. All you need to watch is a couple. I mean, the sentiment is the same. The fact that that's not even 1% of the amount of videos is out there. It's recent ones. So imagine all of the videos and the instances that wasn't caught on film. That's what people don't realize, because sometimes people get tired of seeing it, right? Because people got dope cameras on their phone to shoot 4K, 8K. You can zoom in on it, pan left and right. So now people get annoyed. They get annoyed that people are constantly bringing light to these videos, but they're not annoyed at the fact that these racist videos keep popping up, right? They're not annoyed that people keep speaking on, because apparently we're just downtrodden, useless, disenfranchised, right? So we shouldn't be the topic of any discussion, right? I always like to equate it to sports because people understand it when you speak on sports. The Warriors is the top dogs. Nobody keeps talking about fill in some lottery team. You know what I mean? No one keeps talking about that team. They say the Warriors this, because apparently they're on top, right? But in the racial hierarchy, everybody wants to put us at the bottom. But we the only ones they talk about? So if we are the lottery team, y'all don't want to talk about the team that's winning the championship? It ain't us, right? So you don't want to talk about the championship team. You only want to talk about the teams that didn't make the playoffs? Does that make any sense to you? It really doesn't, bro. So all of these groups that are apparently doing better than us, but suddenly they always got something to say about us. Oh yeah, they're just like that. It's just their culture. That's that word, right? All right, well then let's play the culture game and see what these other people's culture is about, right? Because if I try to challenge M3 and say, hey, you a married man, you don't know anything about X, Y, and Z, right? He can then come back and say, hey, well, maybe you're a single man. You don't know anything about X, Y, and Z, right? I opened myself up for that criticism and critique by going at him. So people think they can say, oh, yeah, because I got a token black friend who agreed with me on the anti-black talking points, that I could just espouse any views that I want about them. You're right, you can. And I can counter the narratives to show how your ethnic group is whatever negative or derogatory thing they're saying about black people. You literally can point it out in every ethnic group, if not worse.
Right, correct.
Most times worse.
Yeah, and I feel like, and that's where it's like, as a matter of fact, I don't even really need to show this part yet, because me stop this real quick. Yeah, and you know, you're absolutely like right about that, Beasley, because the thing is, you know, everybody always has something to say about us, but no one wants to, like, you know, discuss about what they go through. And in reality, we know, we're not stupid. We know that everyone has like a flaw in their culture. But because the advertisers are so aware that, oh, life is good if you're this way, life is good if you live in that country, until like you actually experience it yourself, and also, like, you know, do the research as well. And so you know, and salutes to like Von Eric, thank you for tuning in. And so
Baby.
in that video that you sent out, one of the things that did came to my mind is that, man, you know, when it comes to like in America, you know, Biden passed out like the bill for Asian to stop Asian hate, and we don't promote, you know, any hate. We don't promote, like, you know, any violence like towards any groups, not even like for our own people. But the thing is, okay, you have one country that is protecting, you know, Chinese people, like, you know, Vietnamese people, like people of all the Asian descents. But meanwhile, you have black folks that live in those Asia countries, and yet they're getting discriminated heavily, and they're getting really like shit on. And there's no bill to stop the hate for that part. Matter of fact,
Let me,
oh, go ahead, Beasley.
bro. This is one of my, you know, my main talking points. You know what I mean? And I hate to even call it a talking point, because now in this day and age, it diminishes it. But that's exactly what it is. Right after the Buffalo massacre, when a white supremacist went into a supermarket and killed 10 people. He shot, I think, a total of 13, and I think one of them was white, but the people that he killed was 10 people. He even had a video where he aimed, because he live streamed it, he aimed at a white person, said, oh my bad, bro, and then moved on and proceeded, you know, to delete other black people. Right after that, they were saying thoughts and prayers, and this is another thing too. We offer thoughts and prayers. That's literally all they gave them. Other people, other groups get slain, they get dollars. They cut the check. That's what it is. They get bills. They get bills by Congress, political bills, and they get dollar bills. Meanwhile, with the black community, they offer you thoughts and prayers. And every time it's a tragedy where some race soldier kills black people, you'll notice a reoccurring thing. Don't take my word for it. Just look it up. They always say, do you forgive? Do you forgive? They always try to ask for forgiveness, but with every other group, they let them feel the pain. These groups have a right to be outraged. We understand your pain, but as soon as it's blacks, do you forgive? Thoughts and prayers, do you forgive? You know what I mean? Like, people got to stop falling for that okie doke. And also during that, after that massacre, Biden invited an Asian Korean pop group. They're not even American. He invited a group from Korea to the White House to discuss Asian hate right after that massacre. And literally, if you look up the bill, y'all can find this online. I don't want anyone to take my word for it. He said the hate that the Asians received in the past 2 years, literally all was happening was that Trump was saying that the China, you know, it was the China virus and Kung Flu, and they said we were being discriminated against. Just type in China, black people, coronavirus. It apparently originated in China, but the Chinese people where it originated at was treating blacks the worst, and they were just using the quote unquote C-19 as an excuse. Did you hear a bunch of American? Because right, that's just China. Show me the videos of the American Chinese influential people speaking out against it. Just show me. right? I can find countless videos of racist Chinese anti-black stuff, like countless videos, but I can't even find one of Chinese Americans speaking out against it. Come on now.
Oh man, can I cook, please? Yo, can I cook, please? Y'all let us beat too. Yo, can I cook, please?
Yeah.
Can I cook, please? Listen, man. Salute to Be Easy. Look, man. Look, he's absolutely right. They've been doing the same thing that they've been doing for hundreds and hundreds of years. Every time something happened with your black ass, they throw a Bible and they throw a bunch of prayers for you. You know what I mean? They used to throw smallpox blankets at you, but that's a whole long time ago. But they always tell you to pray about it and focus on God. They always tell you that. But when something happened to them, they get money, they get bills, they get legislation, they get land, they get everything else. They get casinos and everything else. But they tell your black ass to go pray. Fuck that. I ain't praying no more. All right? Give me my goddamn money. Okay? Give me my resources, give me my bills, give me my land. Okay? That's what I want. I ain't doing none of that prayer shit no more. You know what I mean? And just like the great Minister Farrakhan said, and the Black Panther said, and the other said, you know what I mean? When they start coming at you, you know what I mean? You take your big black fist, because we bigger than them, and you knock them upside their head. And you let them colonizers and oppressors know enough is enough of the bullshit. And sometimes you got to do it to your own people. I hate to say it. And sometimes you got to take a big black fist and hit it against your own people head. I'm sorry to say it, but you do. To give them a nigga wake-up call. Nigga, wake up. You know what I'm saying? Stop being a coon. It's time for us to fight for what we need for what's ours, man. Stop letting them. Hold on, BG. Hold on 1 second. Stop letting them just give you this BS every time. They do the same thing every time. Every time something happens to you, it's always pray. It's always that. Watch this person. Watch TD Jakes. Watch this person. I'm not watching that bullshit no more. Give me my money, give me my land, and give me my rights. Or go fuck yourselves. And that's all I gotta say.
Well said. Real quick. So I don't know if we have to hide the seat, whatever, right? You know, eventually, I'm for sure YouTube's gonna try, take the video down. Who cares? But anyways, China C-19 discrimination against Africans. Okay, so I'm gonna try to pronounce it right. It's called Guangzhou, or Guangzhou, whatever. So forced quarantines, evictions, review services in Guangzhou. Okay, so an African restaurant. Now keep in mind, remember, here in the good land of America, we do not discriminate against the Asian community. You know, that's a big no-no. But over there in their land, it's totally different. Okay? So I just want to put that out there. So anyways, an African restaurant is closed off along with other business in Guangzhou's. Oh man, I didn't even know how to pronounce this one right, but I'm going to skip that. Where a neighborhood is locked down after several people tested positive for the novel C-19 disease, or the jab, however you want to say it, in Guangzhou, okay, China. And then down here, New York Times, the Chinese government should end the discriminatory treatment of African Americans. They should, right? Related to the C-19 pandemic, Human Rights Watch said today authorities should also protect Africans and people of African descent throughout China from discrimination in employment, housing, and other realms. Well, ain't that funny? Ain't that something, right? Meanwhile, like I said, out there in their country, you know, we gotta work. Our people still have to worry about being discriminated. Before I even get close into this article, and salutes to 100 watts from the Twitch side. Shout out to Tits Gang. He says,
Watch, what up, baby? 757, stand up.
He says, land of the free, home of some real niggas, right? The man that love those that love him. Let me put out a little banner real quick so I can show you guys this. Okay?
Yeah, let me just add something too, because as dysfunctional as we are, you know what I mean? And I think that we appropriately and accurately label some people coons, and then we don't acknowledge the coonery sometimes that even ourselves or others that may not qualify for that coon label that they engage in. So one good thing that I will say is that it is it is some people that engage in that type of behavior, but there is a lot of integrity, in like a moral aptitude where people will say, you know what, this is wrong. We will call out other blacks, much to my chagrin sometimes, because like it's okay to call out your family, but certain things should be done, privately. But, it is what it is. We do it publicly. At least we're willing to do it at all, right? We'll do it publicly and privately. When it comes to these other groups, they literally won't do it at all. They will not do it at all. Now, if we bring this article up, they'll say, "Oh my God, that's wrong. It shouldn't be happening." Of course, it shouldn't be happening, but it's happening. If I'm black and I know it's happening, how are you gonna tell me you Chinese, Asian, Korean, or whatever, and you don't know what's happening? That's like M3 saying, "Look, I live in a gated neighborhood," but you don't at least know the gist of what's happening in the hood. You don't gotta be a trap rapper to kind of know what's going on down there. So for them to over there like, well, that's over in China. Yeah, well, the biggest population outside of China is in San Francisco, called Chinatown. And you mean to tell me that the Chinese people in Chinatown don't adopt the culture from their motherland? Like, come on, like, what are we talking about here? So these groups of all these ethnic groups, look, I understand. You want to, because your racial group is essentially your team, right? I understand you want to protect your team and show your team in the most positive light, but don't start wagging your fingers and try to become the morality police when you're willing to turn a blind eye at debauchery, depravity, just for the sake of it being on the home team. You know what I mean? Like, this person's white, can't call them out. I think it's wrong, but I'm not going to call them out. But I will talk about all the wrong stuff that black people are doing. And it's stuff that they don't agree with. How many times white people will wag their finger and say, I'm not a racist, right? Yeah, but how often do you call out racism? Because they don't want to do it, because they know that if they do it, they'll get shunned by their group. And that's what they don't even want to admit that. The Asian people know that if they call out all of the bad stuff that they're doing, even though they're so they're supposed to be so righteous, right? And so moral. But if they call out the wrongdoings of their group, they will be ostracized by their group. Think about that. But we're the dysfunctional ones. We're the depraved and evil ones. You know what I mean? Does that sound good? I mean, that kind of sounds a little bit evil. Don't speak about my evil, or I will banish you. You know what I mean? I will disown you. I mean, does that really sound like the model minority? You know what I mean? Or like some supreme culture? I don't know.
Let me say this real quick too. I just got a quick public announcement. Look, all right, for all you hoes, okay, I'm talking about the men too. For all you hoes who want to follow me and my team on Anonymous Relationships, I just want to say thank you and fuck you very much. That's all I want to say.
And let me put this one.
Any person that unfollows you is doing you a favor. You know what I mean? You're freeing up space for someone more sincere and genuine to come in and follow you.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's just a story we built time anyway. I told you. All you fake ones get out and all the real ones come in. I want to get rid of most of you fake ones anyway. So if you get rid of yourself, thank you. Yes, exactly. 100. Thank you and fuck you very much.
Anyways, we don't need them anyways. But
last thing, I'm gonna say last thing, and that's why you stay stuck, and that's why you ain't going nowhere. That's all I gotta say.
And you're forever trash. But let me show you this screenshot because this kind of relates to what we're talking about. So you see this part right here. Okay, the words is not really that clear, so let me go ahead and blow it up real quick. So this is a notice. Okay, notice. We've been informed that from now on, Black people are not allowed to enter the restaurant for the sake of your health consciously. Notify the local police for medical, isolation. Please understand the inconvenience costs. Okay, your dear old local police, right? So let me go ahead and turn that off. So this is a letter from China, okay, based off this, this video that BZ shared, and basically this is what they're going through right now with the discrimination. So, like I said, in America, because of
They're
the whole
doing it in
Chinese thing,
America too, bro. Like if you go to these restaurants, which I tell people, look, man, if you want burritos, go make them at home, bro. If you want orange chicken, make that stuff at home. I'll send you a recipe for whatever you want. If you occasionally want to indulge on the weekend, but every day going out and eating at all these other establishments, gotta knock that off, bro. But the reason why there's a lot of establishments where they still got the chairs up, right? And the reason why is for them to soft do that letter without having to write that letter. So they leave the chairs on so no one could sit in there. So basically, and they're saying, look, no one could sit here, so we're not discriminating against your group specifically. But you know, if you happen to go by and see, you like, damn, why they allow this other Asian group to sit in there, but the Black people had to get their food to go. Oh, that's their family. You know what I mean? But then it's like any Asian person in there just quote unquote happens to be family. And unfortunately, our people will still go in there and go get the pot stickers and the fried rice, but you can't even sit in there. You can't even use their restroom. They'll say, used to they say only for customers only, right? You got to be a paying customer. Okay, I just paid. Now it's just kind of like what the companies did with inflation. They used inflation to jack up prices when they already want to do it. It's something called Greek deflation. Look it up. You know what I mean? They're like, oh yeah, well, we can just blame everything on inflation. You know, some stuff was legitimately due to inflation. Other stuff, they just jacked it up. So now they can blame everything on pandemic, right? People already used to, when they see M3 walking down the street, they already used to want to cross the street, right? Now, I'm not crossing the street because he's a big Black guy or he's a scary Black guy. I'm crossing the street because of COVID. But hold on, why you looking at me like I got it? And then think about this. The mainstream media, what do they say? COVID disproportionately affects people of color, which is, you know, when it's bad, it means Black people. When it's good, it means everybody but Black people. So when they keep saying it affects people, so hold on, y'all kept saying it was coming from some bats in China. Now you saying the most people, now you trying to paint Black people as the face of C-19. So now people is like, they crossing the street. Got to keep my 6 feet. It's not because you're Black. It's just because of C-19. Look it up in DC currently right now. They said like 40. I seen shout out to Angela Stanton. She did a
shout out to Angela Stanton King.
Bro, 47% of the kids in DC, Black kids, couldn't even go to school because their parents were like, look, my kid's cool. I don't want them to get the jab. And then they was like, oh, well, if your kids don't get the jab, they can't come to school. Do you hear the media covering this? But I thought they cared about the poor and the underprivileged, right? That's what they always say. They only care about you when you lining up to get the shot. And in China, they were forcing the Black residents to get a shot, literally pulling you out of your home and jabbing you. Show me. Anyone, I'm begging you, I literally will pay you if you can find an article of a prominent Chinese person speaking up about this. You gonna tell me they didn't know? Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's what that old dirty ass statue in the New York Ocean says. You know, that old dirty ass green statue says, you know, give me your poor, give me this, give me that. They don't want none of that. Listen, man, it's all bullshit. At the end of the day, it should say, "Give me your money, give me your money, give me your money." That's what it should say. Give me all your money. That's what the statute need to say. Now, with that being said, right, and you also seen this too, be easy. You walk into a restaurant, you done ordered your food, right? You came in there first. You ordered your food. You sat down. They come in and they say something in their language, and they get their food before you. Matter of fact, they give them to-go plates. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Don't forget to add on like the dirty looks too that they be giving you. You go in there, they act like they don't know how to speak English. They know all the protocols, they know all the stuff. But
and
when they're people
body language,
yeah, it's like damn, like okay, well, yeah, we want your money, but we don't want you here. So hurry up and get the fuck out. You know,
correct. And that's why we gotta stop giving them our money. I've seen it as much because I see it and then I just don't, you ain't getting my business. Other people see it and then they take it as disrespect and then they escalate the situation and it's used to paint a particular narrative, because what happens is they'll be super rude. They'll treat somebody else nice. Oh, thank you very much. See you, and then throw the change, do all extra stuff. All right, motherfucker, you want to throw the change? I'm gonna throw these hands, and then now that's when it's like, stop Asian hate. Oh, this is another thing. Do y'all just type in hate crime? Y'all notice everything is a hate crime now? But think about this. People used to be able to lynch you, call you a nigger with a hard ER. That wasn't considered a hate crime. Now, bro, there were some black girls that had beat up an Asian girl and said, "You don't belong here," and they charged her with a hate crime. I'm not joking, bro.
Wow.
But see, it's only when it's towards blacks, right? They want to paint us the face of hate crime. They'll literally paint articles where it will say Asian hate is rising, and I could send the articles to you too, M3, bro. Like it will say huge writing. Asian hate crimes are on the rise, and then in tiny print it will say, "But blacks still lead." Blacks still are the most victims of hate crime, but that's in tiny print. But in large print, it's saying hate crimes against Asians are rising. And then they'll say in the last 2 years, Asian hate crimes are up X amount of percent. And people will say, oh my God, it was just a elder lady in Oakland, right? It was, RIP, she lost her life. That was sad. It was one Asian lady, right? And people are just rallying around her. Meanwhile, it's just a bunch of other bodies that it's like, no one really cares, because it's not. So now they're trying to politicize and make everything that is like they're the victims of hate crime, and a lot of stuff it's not even truly proven to be hate crime. So what will happen is this always gets me, bro. If a black dude will rob another black dude, why wouldn't I rob an Asian or a white person? Y'all all want to say all lives matter, right? Y'all want to talk about equality, right? So if I'm going to equally jack DJ Eddie King, I'm going to equally jack Bruce Lee, I'm going to equally jack Brad, I'm going to equally jack Becky. What are we talking about? Equality, right? Yeah, but this is the thing. When an Asian gets jacked by a black dude, they say, oh, it was a hate crime. He jacked him because he thought he had money. See, if you look at the top earners are Asian. So if somebody is a jack boy, his objective is to get money. And if Asians are known for having money, why wouldn't I jack an Asian? If I'm a robber, why wouldn't I jack somebody that's known for having the most money? It's not a hate crime.
But they'll make it a hate crime. Yeah. But be easy. They'll make it a hate crime, right? Just so like they could give you more of a sentence for that, and paint like the narrative, like the negative picture of it. But also too, the reason why they put so much into that,
and
while meanwhile, blacks has been hated for centuries. You feel me? But the reason why it's that is because America will always be indebted to those type of communities. They're indebted to all these communities except the Africans. You know what I mean? And it kind of sucks, but that's why they care to like some of these people because they feel like, okay, well, as long as they keep producing their restaurants in our country, as long as these foreigners keep coming around here, making Mexican food, burritos, whatever, tacos, however, carne asada, you know, we're still getting benefits off of it. You know, black folks, soul food, their business probably ain't gonna last that long anyways. We ain't worried about them.
We're gonna be closing them up. That's why I love that. My favorite movie is Minister Society. You know what I mean? The opening scene. You know what I mean? When they like, we like, oh, I feel sorry. Yo, I love that movie. He be like, yo, oh, hurry up and buy. I feel sorry for your mother. You feel sorry for my what? Yeah, blast him away. I don't blame him. I salute the old dog for getting his blast on.
I actually did a breakdown of that scene. I'm gonna release it. That actually was the perfect scene too. Like and I did a deeper breakdown of it too because, like I said, it's my favorite movie. So Kane was like, let's say he was 17 or 18 because he had just graduated, and Old Dog was actually younger than him. So when they in the first scene, they was buying a 40 ounce, bro, like St. Ides or some shit like that. Shout out to the 90s, bro. I think it came out 93 or something. So meanwhile, the Asian cats was letting them, these underage kids, buy this shit. You know what I mean? Didn't check their ID, and that's another thing too. You know what I mean? Like they want to act like they super like moral and stuff. I know in the hood, young cats was buying cigarettes, all other types of stuff they wasn't supposed to be buying, and they wasn't checking it. Where was the morality then? Saying no, we can't sell this to kids. Is it just their culture?
Yeah.
Wow.
DJ Eddie, I know you was gonna say something.
Yeah, I was gonna. I agree with what Be Easy is saying, but right here's the thing though, right? There was a lady though that got killed or whatever. It was all on camera, right? You know, R.I.P. to her. And things like that. And then I got a friend of mine who got killed the same day on 94th Street, and they didn't report that on the news at all. And I'm still waiting on that. That was the same day that lady got killed. So I was putting two to two together, right? If you look at, you know, I don't know if y'all heard about this. You know,
hold on, just to be clear, what ethnic group is your friend that got deleted?
What you mean, ethnic group?
Is he black?
What race?
You said yeah.
She's black.
You said your friend got killed. I don't want to assume if he was black or not, or he or she.
She got killed. And
okay.
I was just saying that
Yeah, he said they're black.
Okay, I didn't hear that. That's what I was trying to be clear on.
Okay.
Yeah, I you know, I was just saying that they didn't even report that. So I was trying to put two together to see what we're gonna get out of this. And I noticed that they're trying to create they're still trying to create a race war. Now, if you look at this guy that was on the on YouTube, he was a rapper. I'm not even gonna mention his name, but I don't know if y'all saw that. They said that he didn't want to sign to no blacks as far as like, you know, a record company.
Yo, I did see that.
Right. So there's that, right? And then I heard about also the news would be easy was saying about the black girls that was jumping on the Asian individual. I heard about that too, and they called that, you know, hate crime and things like that. I was like, man, they're creating these stories like when you know, no disrespect to the Asian community, but when things happen to them on the news, it's everywhere, right? But it don't just be that crime. It be other people that gets killed the same day, like 2 to 4 people. They don't report that. They just report, you know, the Asian thing. They're trying to create a race war. They still trying to do that. They're trying to make us look like so quote unquote savages and all this stuff. Yeah, that's what they try to do. They're creating that as we speak.
Yeah, they're trying to paint a narrative that now like we're like the racist terrorists, the real Mr. T's around the block, and we're just going around and we're just terrorizing all these innocent nationalities because we're so rambunctious.
We are.
Or just take your former first lady quote, you know what I mean? Mrs. Hillary Clinton. Super predators. We're super predators. Hey.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I didn't say that. She said that.
Yeah.
She said what?
We're super predators. Young black males are super predators.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And not only that, she did a bunch of stereotypes that had Al Sharpton, Roland Martin up there buck dancing. All she did was pull out. They were saying like, "How could you relate to the black community, etc., etc." And she's basically pulled out her purse and said she keeps a bottle of hot sauce. This is not a joke.
Wow.
Yeah, I did say that. I did saw that. She so did.
I saw that.
And hold on, now don't stop there. How many times have you heard Bill Clinton was the first what? Black president.
Yeah, he get on Arsenio and play the saxophone. I remember that.
Exactly. People was calling him the first black president. I mean, people were saying it jokingly, facetiously, but some people really bought into it when he enacted a bunch of anti-black policies, including the crime bill.
That's crazy.
Yeah, don't forget. But meanwhile, he's the one who accidentally created the destruction of the 3 strikes law.
Right. Hold on. Peep this too. Black men are just undisciplined, sexual deviants. Right? But Bill Clinton, in the highest office in the land, couldn't even keep his Johnson in his pants.
Right.
Could
Everybody, their mama heard that story.
Shout out to Monica Lewinsky,
But could you imagine if Obama had done that?
She got that money, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
She knew how to use that pacifier. But say again about Obama.
He said, "Can you imagine if Obama would have done
I'm not
that?"
even. I have my gripes against Obama, but like I cannot, sit here in good faith and say that he even did half. With Donald Trump, he on record said, and I do think Trump is better than Biden, but he on record said, he said, if I like the girl, I just start kissing her. I grab her by the pussy. That's what he said. Literally, explicitly. It wasn't bleeped out. 53% of white women still voted for him. Now, if Obama had said that, come on now, we already know.
Let's just be for real. Obama.
I wish it had it happened to Obama. Because Obama didn't do nothing for the black community. I keep telling everybody that.
Obama was always
don't put me on. No, it ain't no okay. It ain't no okay. He didn't do nothing.
What are you doing?
He didn't do anything.
Here we go.
All right, y'all. Hold on. One mic, y'all.
You interrupt while I'm talking.
One mic, y'all.
Folks, so hands free. Come on,
here we go.
We're gonna do a damn
thing. I thought we're going to stay on the topic.
We are on the topic.
We are on the topic.
Hold on.
Obama did.
Hold
on, everybody. Let's calm down, okay?
I'm not mad. I'm chilling.
No. I'm muting everybody.
I'm chilling too.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying we're calming down on this one. Look, we're all adults.
You're tripping.
We're all adults, okay?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I didn't even bring up Obama.
Okay, so everybody has a freedom. Everybody has a freedom of speech of things, okay? If you guys cannot respect their opinions, though, you guys can also free to remove yourselves. But anyways, DJ AK, it was your turn to talk. Go ahead and lay it out there. I was going to rebut on that part too, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just saying I can't think of anything of what Obama did. I can't think of nothing. Nothing at all. I didn't even bring up Obama in the first place. I was just saying that. That was it. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'll say like this, respectfully for Obama, I always like to try to give people the benefit of the doubt, just respectfully, right? Even though I do like Trump, for a personal reason.
Of course y'all do.
Yeah.
But Obama was, think about this though, as a black man, half black man, because he wasn't a full black man. Let's get that straight. So as the first biracial black president, right? Yeah, black and white president, the guy already was walking on eggshells. Okay? This is why he talked the way that he talked. This is why he acted the way he did. This is why he had to move and operate in a certain type of way, because he knows he doesn't get a second chance like all the white presidents.
That's a fact.
Okay, So because you being as a biracial black president, you gotta do what you need to do to top everyone else off. Even if that means that you don't put 100% into your community. Now, look, allegedly, some people said that Obama helped a lot, with the black community. Hey, that's their opinion to that, right? Maybe, but others says that he tried to do certain stuff for the black community, but the people from above, right, the higher powers that pretty much supplies a paycheck, didn't want him to do the things that he wanted to do. Now, any president could just say, well, I try to do that for black people, or I try to do that for all people, and it just didn't happen that way. Now, like I said, I'm not throwing an excuse for Obama as a president, because I feel like if he could have done more. Now, people were happy about his Obamacare. Not a lot of people was happy about that. Now, if somebody was talking about Trump, everybody's going to still have a lot of negative things to say. Oh, he's misogynistic. Oh, he doesn't care about Mexicans. He wants them to go, build a wall, and he's going to make Mexico pay for it. Or he talked bad about women by grabbing them in the pussy and all that, right? Which nobody really cares, to be honest with you. But only thing I kind of respect for both presidents is that I respect Obama's calmness, his demeanor, his attitude. If I could implement that to apply to masculinity, I will do that. But then if I could also take something from Trump, I will also be assertive as well too. The thing is, I like about Trump personally in his business mind, his aspect. And he doesn't really give a shit what comes out of his mouth. That's kind of like me. I don't give a shit what comes out of my mouth, because I don't care about certain consequences of what people have to say. A lot of people are going to be in their feelings. A lot of people's going to want to cancel. And the thing is, you end up apologizing, that still doesn't fucking work anyway. Okay? So, sorry, but I'm not sorry, so go fuck yourselves if you get offended.
Yeah.
Hold on.
What he said.
Because the papers that will not allow not allowed, regardless if it's the House of Representatives, the Congress, the Senators, etc.
Thank you.
Well, that's what we also said as well too. There's a higher power into everything.
No, that's not what everybody says. He had to. So it's like you buying an abandoned house. You can't just move in. You got to clean up the shit from the people before you, right? So if half your time in that house is cleaning up the shit before the people before you, when do you have time to really live in the house? When do you have really time to enjoy the house? Because you covering or you redoing every mistake that the person did before you. So at the end of the day, remember there's a trickle down effect. So yes, nobody's perfect, but at the end of the day, this is the problem I have with us Black people, is that we're the first people to drag every Black person that came before us and tried to do something. We ain't doing a damn thing. You don't see no other race dragging their leaders. That's the problem. That's why they call us monkeys, animals. That's why they do what they do, because we do it for them. So keep doing it. Keep doing it. So you okay with a man saying, grab a woman by her vagina, with all these women being violated? With you being married, with you having a mom, with you having a sister, with you having a daughter. You okay with a man saying that? Because he threw a few pennies at you. Y'all crazy, y'all clowns. It's clown. You sound like clowns. And this is the problem that I have, is that we always want to drag the people who came before us. But that's okay. Keep doing it, and that's why you get what you get. So.
Let me say this. Let me cook on this real quick.
Go ahead.
At the end of the day,
yeah, I'll go after you.
This is a dumb topic right now that we even discussing with this whole Obama, or even any type of politician, whether it's Trump or anybody else. Look, okay, politicians are politicians. The same people that y'all defending, right? Whether it's Trump, Obama, whether it's Nancy Reagan, whoever it is, right? At the end of the day, they're politicians. So I done seen Obama said some crazy things about Bush. And then I look on TV and him and his wife are sitting, laughing it up, having dinner with Bush and his wife. They're all politicians, man. It's all a game. Don't fall for the bull crap. You know what I mean? Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't fall for it. Okay? Don't get passionate about people who ain't gonna get passionate about you, who don't care about you. And that's all of them. You can go to any president, they don't care about you. So supporting them or caring about them makes absolutely no sense because they don't care about you. They care about your money. They care about you supporting them as far as when they want something done so that makes them look good. And they don't need your support anyway because they got the electoral college, so they don't need you anyway. You're just a pawn, you're just a puppet that they can use to just spew out anything. And all these presidents have said or done something crazy. Okay? Whether it's not doing enough, whether it's doing too much, whether it's saying too much. They all have done something. And they all have said things that are racist, sexist, or whatever. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, trying to be on any president's bandwagon is just foolish. Complete, utterly foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Because they all got some dirt. I'm not gonna let Hillary Clinton off the hook for the super predator comment. I'm not letting Trump off the hook for the comment about women. I'm not gonna let Obama off the hook for him not doing more for our community. In the midst of knowing what our community is going through, we appreciate Obamacare. A lot of my family members appreciated the free cell phones. Not me, because I ain't need one. But you know what I'm saying? Like we all, they all done good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Trump hit us with the little stimulus joint. We was happy. We got some bread or whatever. We was happy about that. But I'm not gonna take away from what he said about women and how degrading that was.
What?
Right? Clinton helped us to overcome and have huge success as far as finances, right? Have huge success as far as the technology age. You know what I mean? The economy grew at some of the biggest points in our history of the country under Clinton administration, right? But look at the 94 crime bill. Look at what he said about our people, him and his wife both. So it's good and bad, man. They politicians. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
I want to reply to that M3.
Oh, hold on. Be Easy is next because he did ask. And then
Okay.
We'll go over the reply, but after that, I gotta get to the next topic as well too, and it's gonna be a good one.
All right, I'll go at the easy.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, go ahead.
Yeah, I ain't gonna take too much time, because I did bring it up, but like I think that it was good that everyone gave their perspective on Obama because we can literally do a stream just on Obama, but just for some clarity. I brought it up to show the dichotomy of, hey, if he did say this, how it will be received differently. But I do agree that, man, he simply didn't do enough. I do see the sides. All presidents are puppets, Obama included, right? They're put a battery in the back by their donors, and that's who they are beholden to. It's called a quid pro quo. So if you voted for Trump just because you like wearing MAGA hat, he's not representing you. Dave Chappelle said he even said to all like the redneck racists, he's like, Trump don't care about you. Like he care more about like a nigga like me. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how it is. It's the haves and the have-nots. So when you start, I'm team Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, bro, it's the haves and have-nots. That's all it is. Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, it seems like they hate each other, right? But no, they be at these events chumming it up together. Obama, you think that he hates Bush, right? All of this stuff, but it's now I seen Bush like kissing Michelle Obama on the cheek, Obama holding the Bush's wife hands, they asking to sit by each other at events. You know what I mean? But this is the group that they're telling you that they're so bad, right? They're telling you the Republicans are so bad, but they cozy up with them. And on the flip side, they telling you the Democrats are so bad, but they cozy up to them. So what I say is no one is above reproach. Not me, not M3, DJ Eddie King, or anyone. That includes Obama. So we got to get out of this, I don't know, kind of sensitive state where when we critique, people say that it's bashing, right? Why are you bashing Obama, or why are you bashing it? No, I'm critiquing him just as well as someone could look at my performance on here and critique him and say, hey, he did this, he didn't do this. Like, I don't have to agree with it, but they have the right and the liberty to critique me, right? If you're at the highest office in the land, the most important and prestigious job in all of the world, right? But we can't critique you because he's black too. And imagine if the Jewish people had got a president in there that was of Jewish descent. You think they wouldn't be pushing him to do something specifically for Jewish people? Or would they be pushing him to do something for people of color, minorities, underprivileged groups? Come on now. Why do you think the Asians fought so hard for Stop Asian Hate? They didn't say, hey, you know what, blacks is facing a lot of hate too. How about it be Stop Asian and Black Hate? No, they was like, Stop Asian Hate. Yep, that's good enough for us. So when you have a particular group saying, hey, bro, you are, team black, right? Because your race, ethnic group, that's your team. Hey, what you gonna do for team blacks? Oh, I can't do anything. I got to do something for team rainbow, right? And team yellow and team white. And then they say something, a rising tide lifts all boats. How? Everybody else got something, and you just supposed to get something vicariously through the spirit of seeing everybody else get something? Nah, I'm not gonna stand by that and not criticize it. And if we're all family, right? M3, if you have a family member out of pocket and you criticize your family member, do you suddenly hate your family? Like, come on now.
Of course not, No, those are good speaking points, Be Easy, for real. DJ Ken, I'm gonna let you reply, but after this, we gotta go to the next topic because I want to narrow this down real quick for the other people.
That's fine. That's fine with me. I ain't tripping. This one I want to say. Niggas always coming up in here, saying in general, they come up in here, and every time somebody says something about Obama, about him not doing anything, it's like we supposed to be bashing him when he hasn't done anything. He ain't done nothing. But then when we talk about Trump, a lot of people talking about grabbing by the pussy and all this stuff. Let me say this, okay? First of all, listen, y'all the same niggas that still cash that check though. Y'all sit up here and talk about he a racist, but y'all still cash that check though. If y'all didn't like him like that, why y'all cash that check? Why you didn't throw it in the garbage? But y'all still cashed it though, right? Everybody's supposed to be a puppet, but y'all still cash that check when you got it though. And then, as far as grabbing by the pussy, let me say this. First of all, I'm the president of the United States. If a woman is throwing her pussy at me, I'm going to grab it. Why not? I'm the fucking man. I'm the president of the United States. What are you talking about? And that's real talk. Niggas talk like that all day long. Y'all act like y'all ain't never been in the hood and heard niggas talk like that. Excuse my French, but they do. But everybody want to be faking though. Everybody faking. Everybody act like they don't know what's going on. They don't know what time it is. I go off whether you like him or not. I'm going off of a president that is doing something for the community. That's who I vote for. A president that's doing something. Everybody could be puppets, but who's doing something? Because I know for a fact that Obama didn't do nothing. Now, I have seen little kids around President Obama. I have seen little kids around Joe Biden. I've seen that. I haven't seen that with Trump. We heard about the Bill Clinton thing. We heard about that. But at the end of the day, Bill Clinton didn't give a damn. He still did what he did. He didn't care. He didn't really talk about it. He's the president of the United States. He didn't care about that. Who wouldn't do that? I'm sure all these presidents do. Trump is just saying something that these presidents been saying behind the scenes. They talk just like him. They ain't no different. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up on that. M3, go ahead.
Hold on.
Excuse my French. Excuse my French.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
All right. Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna put like a 5-minute timer up here real quick, so then that way.
Hold on, I don't need no time. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Let me say this. You know, one, because I know you said you want to respond to what I said. One, I'm not a nigga. I'm a man. So
ain't nobody talking to you, bro. I'm talking about in general.
Hold on.
I'm talking about in
Let
general.
me finish. I didn't cut you off. I did not cut you off. I did not cut you off.
All right, come on, everybody. Hold on. Come on.
I did not cut you off, bro.
Like, come on, bro.
I did not cut you off. I did not cut you off. Okay? Whether you respond to me or Queen or whoever. I know Queen said something about it, and she's not a nigga either. She's a woman. So
I'm talking about in general, bro.
Wait, hold on.
Let me finish. I didn't cut nobody off. I ain't cutting nobody off, and I'm not doing the loud talking back and forth. I ain't doing none of that. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, politicians are politicians. I stand on what I say. You know what I mean? And of course, people ain't nobody gonna throw away no money. Ain't nobody foolish enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? As far as, especially if you see the way prices are now and where we live at, ain't nobody throwing away money from anybody. You would be a fool to. I don't care if the devil himself gave you $3 million. You ain't throwing that shit away. Nobody's doing that. You know what I mean? I done seen the most holy of Christians take money from the most scandalous people, and they've taken that money. You know what I'm saying? Listen, money is money. You know what I mean? And people are going to do what they got to do to survive. It's just survival instincts. So we was in a bad situation. We had a pandemic going on. People got laid off. What you think they're going to do? You think they're going to survive? They ain't going to eat? It's either I'm going to take this money or I'm just going to start robbing and looting and doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? So people had to take the money. They ain't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? So it was what it was. You know what I mean? Like nobody's going to starve. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to starve. Ain't nobody on this panel going to starve. Ain't nobody in the chat going to starve. So if somebody offer you money, you're going to take it. I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying? Especially in a time where a lot of people could not afford to take care of themselves because they lost a lot of their resources and a lot of their career and jobs was at a loss. So of course you're going to take the money. You know what I mean? So yeah, like that, it don't matter who it is. I don't care what president, whoever you go through history, whether we get, whatever our new president is, or it's going to be the same cat again. I don't care who it is. You give somebody money, we taking it. And that's straight up.
All right, DJ Eddie King, do you have anything you want to say?
Okay. Now, he said that you didn't have a choice. Yes, he did. You could just throw the check in the trash, or just don't don't file for tax. Everybody got a choice. No one's putting a gun to your head to say cash that check. You made a choice to do that. And when I say you, I'm saying in general. No, and when nobody calling you niggas, when nobody's saying that to you, bro. I'm just speaking in general. What I was talking about in general. Ain't nobody talking to you or Queen. Nobody. I didn't say y'all name. I didn't even say y'all name. Y'all bringing that type of energy to me. I'm not bringing it to y'all. I'm just being real. A lot of times when this man is speaking, we talk like that. We talk like that even behind the scenes, even after the show. That's how we talk. That's how we was raised. But when somebody else saying they're supposed to be a president, now is a bad thing. They talk just like us, bro, is what I'm saying. A lot of jobs lost, yes, but they still had a choice to keep the check or not. And a lot of times when people was doing good, they didn't even need the check. They was wealthy. They didn't need the check, but they cashed it anyway. And these are the same people that said they didn't even like this man, but they still cashed it. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I wanted to say.
All right, I'm gonna just say this last piece, right? Because the facts are just in the stats, right? Unemployment was at an all-time high at that moment. You know what I mean? Due to the pandemic, right? So we know people was filing for unemployment at an all-time high, right? We know that people was losing their jobs at an all-time high. Careers, businesses were shutting down. So people needed that money. You know what I mean? It was they take that money or they wasn't gonna make it. People had to do what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the president. I don't care if it's a bum on the street. You know what I mean? No person should be telling women that they're going to just grab them by the coochie. Nobody should be saying nothing like that. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? It's a disrespect level that us as people don't need to have for each other, period. I don't care if it's a woman saying it to another woman. You know what I'm saying? That should not be said. Point blank, period. It's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And it goes beyond that. If you into some freaknik type stuff, personally, hey, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do in private, homie. I ain't stopping you. You know what I mean? But to say that and say that you're just gonna do it willingly, you're just gonna just take it like, nah. There's been women that's been assaulted, abused, and other stuff, and that's not something to be laughed about or be made fun of. That's all I gotta say.
So
all right.
The assault. That's how y'all take it. Y'all saying
so DJ Eddie. So if you have one last thing
Moving
to say,
along,
I'll give
M3.
you. Okay. So I was gonna give you your last.
I would say, yeah. I mean, I can say a little bit, some. You know,
I'll give you 30 seconds, but after that,
give
we'll
me 30
go
seconds
from the topic.
Yeah, give me
because I know he went twice, and I'm going to give you one chance to go ahead. So go ahead.
Give me 30 seconds. They're saying that it's an assault of him saying grabbing by the. That's the way how y'all trying to put it. Y'all bringing that energy to the table, knowing damn well in the hood we talk like that all the time. Y'all heard this already in the hood. And y'all ain't nobody say nothing then. Ain't nobody say nothing then. When you go to it, ain't nobody saying that though. But when it comes to the president, now everything is on his back. Everybody treating him wrong, treating him back, and all this type of stuff. Like people just that's how people play. People play games like that. That's wrong.
All right, cool. So now we're done from this topic. All right.
Yeah, we done.
All right. So everybody got their chance or whatever. So all's fair. So look. So now we're gonna go ahead
May I say something real quick?
Wait, hold on. We're not talking about this no more. If y'all want to talk about it, you can talk about it behind the scenes. We gotta move on for it. So this one is gonna be about Mexico.
Hold on, how you just gonna cut me off, bro?
Hold on, because we already gave you a chance. You got your 2 turns.
We agreed.
And DJ AK had his 2 turns.
Yeah.
So now we're moving on for a topic. I gave y'all guys like almost damn near like 6 minutes already. Well, 5.5 to be honest with you.
And thank you for that.
Hold on.
Thank you.
So I gotta be fair, right? And we gotta move on for this topic. If you guys want to talk about the same thing, you can talk about it outside of the live stream. Otherwise, it's gonna take too long.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
What's up, Queen? Welcome back. Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I respect. No, hold on. No. Don't yell at me, bro. Because you're yelling at me. You are yelling at me. You are yelling at me, bro. I don't yell at nobody.
Yelling at you, bro.
No, you are yelling at me, bro. At the end of the day, hold on. At the end of the day, I respect every motherfucking body. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna tell me. Wait, hold on,
bro. Hold on. And nobody gonna be cussing up in here, bro. Come on, bro. We ain't doing this shit.
Nah, hold on,
bro. We're not gonna be cussing this shit, bro.
Hold on.
Live stream. If you
hold on,
bro. Hold on, bro. You got your chance. I gave you a chance. I gave DJ AK.
It's not even about that. Nobody's gonna tell me.
Hold the fuck up, bro. We're not about to be doing this yelling.
Hold the fuck up, bro. Don't talk to me like that, because I don't talk to you like that. We don't talk like that to each other, bro.
Hold on, bro.
Nah, man, don't talk to me like that, bro. Don't talk to me like that. I don't talk to you like that, bro.
And I don't talk to you like that too, bro.
Okay, so don't talk to me like that.
But
I wasn't even addressing you, bro.
Hold on, bro. I said, hold on. All right. Who's the motherfucking moderator? Hold on. Who wants to me? Who's the moderator, bro? I'm moderating this shit. Okay. So everybody just calm the fuck down, bro. Hold on. Be right back, y'all.
That's funny.
Why you all in my mouth? Ain't nobody even talk about what's funny. You all
funny.
What am I laughing at?
Funny. Y'all.
What am I laughing? I'm not even laughing. I'm not even laughing at this situation. I'm laughing at something I seen on my phone. Anyway.
Sometimes they say you laugh to keep from crying, right? Always say, what's the alternative? I don't know if you was laughing about the situation or not, but I say, what's the alternative? You be crying about the situation? You know what I mean? I just say, hey, hopefully, tempers flared unnecessarily, and man, it is what it is. I didn't really think it was that serious, bro. But I could be wrong. I guess you can't bring up Obama. Obama is a toxic word. Or criticism of Obama is toxic. Yeah.
Shit. Hey. Sorry, y'all, man. Like, look, by the end of the day, man, like, we get passionate with our conversations. All right. And at the end of the day, man, like, we go back and forth, but as a team, we always respect each other, man. And so, look, for the sake of like, the black community and like for our team, look, I personally apologize to all my team members. Because I'm not trying to have like no yelling, like back and forth combination or back and forth discussions or whatever. But we have to run the live stream the way that should be run. And sometimes people have to understand, look, everybody has an opinion, but nobody cannot take low blows. Nobody cannot take jabs or whatever. Respect people's opinions. But also respect my time as well too, because I don't have to be here for too long. I'm trying to discuss on something that's more important. And the more important thing is, it's not about our issues, because we talk about our issues way too much like as black people. We need to start talking about the issues that's going on outside of blacks, because you know why? The people who are still watching us are still going to have something to say. The Chinese people who's watching us, they're going to be like, look at these monkeys going at it. The Hispanics, whoever you want to name, the list goes on. We're already known as people that are considered as, the Mr. T's, it's known as terrorists or whatever. But nobody talks about like the original Mr. T's, the school shooters. Nobody talks about how other people, other nationalities are fucked up besides our people, but we're the only ones that broadcast on the live stream. So, if I got hot-headed for a minute, it's not because like I have anything against the team or anything against people in the chat or whoever, but we got to have control of ourselves, man. And so when we're going through something and we're feeling or there's a miscommunication, I give you guys the timer so that way you speak, he speaks, you speak, he speaks. Because otherwise, if everybody's trying to get the last word in, it's going to be a never-ending battle going back and forth. And if that's the case, you guys need to remove yourselves and handle the shit backstage where you guys could discuss to it about real men and women, whatever. Point blank, period.
Yeah, and let me get in on this. Thank you for saying that. And I mean, M3 already offered an apology. I don't think that it was necessary, but since he did offer one, then let me expound on the apology. The apology is essentially because as a team and as a platform, we know that the producing quality content is of the utmost importance, and being able to do it in a respectful and a tasteful manner, in a manner. But sometimes, we're humans, right? None of us is infallible. We get a little bit heated, things go left, maybe right, get a little bit of spicy. I don't think anyone should be punished or demonized or ostracized for actually giving off a sincere, unscripted, basically, assertion of what they believe. I do think that, for people in the chat, for people on this platform and on other platforms, I like to have discussions. So when we're having discussions, people are going to give their different perspectives, and you're going to disagree, probably a lot, but it's not always up to you to convince other people of your perspective or to try to get your point off. You know what I mean? So, M3 was in a tight spot right there in moderating. I thought you was actually fair. I thought it got a little bit out of hand, but yeah, it's like if you would have gave a little bit more time to this person, now you're being unfair to that person. You got to continuously give time. But see, this is the beauty of the internet. we don't only have to do this topic today, right? We can do it another day. So there's certain topics that, hey, look, maybe we need to discuss this privately or at a later date. Like, I only brought up Obama to interject a certain point. I also said, hey, if we want to do a deep dive of Obama, that needs to be a separate stream where we go over it completely. So I think it was just a misunderstanding, as a unit. You know what I mean? I don't want to say it was M3's fault at bad moderating, or it was this person's fault for over talking and stuff, because I always say, when it comes to blame pie, there's always enough slices to go around. Somebody has to get the bigger slice of the blame. Do we really want to sit here arguing over who gets the bigger slice? Or we can just say, hey, look, we all was to blame, right? Because we're a team, right? So if we own the Warriors and and I lose the game, I didn't just lose. The Warriors lost. My team lost. So you lost too. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
It wasn't a loss for M3. It is a loss for M3. It's a loss for all of us, right? So,
yeah, and sometimes, like,
that's all.
No, I feel you. If you look at it, if you put your sports analogy, sometimes a coach has to make critical decisions, and critical plays into it. And so within that playbook or whatever, everything is never going to go right.
To make unpopular decisions too, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Where they second guess them too. Like, damn, why'd he do that? And then he might win the game off of that play that somebody said. Why'd he go for it on fourth down? Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. So let's go ahead and move on, because see, like I said, I don't want the focus to be on just the terrible acts of blacks. Because we already get a bad rep as it is, But one of the things that I want to,
I said with one of my other points, if people have brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, I know people that are yelling at their mama and daddy. People used to have fights with their brother and ask them, "Do you love your brother?" Heck yeah. Would you trade your brother for anyone in the world? Heck no. But if you look at them from afar and they was putting each other, in the Boston Crab and power driving each other, you like, they really hate each other. No, they may just be getting off some steam. If I'm yelling at DJ Eddie King and my voice is higher than his, it's gonna sound like, damn, he's really mad at him. Yeah, I'm mad at him right now. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna stay mad at him forever. Or you might even be misinterpreting my tone, because what happens is I'll get impassioned and I'll say, man, you know what, DJ Eddie? And now it's like, oh, he's mad at him. Now I just got a little bit more intense. I ain't mad, but people be like, oh, he was mad at him. Actually, I wasn't. Now you're trying to speak for my emotions and saying I was mad. A simple raising of the voice, and maybe it's not always so simple, but a raising of the voice doesn't mean that you're mad. Mm-hmm. Because if that's the case, if I lower my tone, does that mean I'm happy or sad?
Right. And I just wanted to say, to the people out there, if I was raising my voice, my bad, I was basically just saying everything in
Hopefully y'all general. Was, but I couldn't tell if you didn't seem mad, but your voice did get raised.
Okay. Well, I apologize about that, to everybody that's here watching and that's in the chat. I just wanted to reply to what Mr. Best was saying, and I basically had this conversation yesterday and the day before that about Trump and Obama. And I just had to address certain things, man. That's all. It's still all love with me. It's still all love.
Yeah, with me. I wasn't offended by anything anyone said. Like I said, I know it's a heated discussion, but see, I don't really run from those type of discussions. I think we need to be able to hear information. I'm not saying, I'm generalizing this, not saying anyone specifically on the panel, but we need to be able to hear disagreeable information, but still process it, rationally. because there may be in a complete, like, someone can write a essay that you disagree with, and there may be a couple lines that you agree with in there. You got to be able to extract those lines that you agree with, process that information in a useful manner, and everything else that you disagree with. If you disagree with it based on logic and rationale, you don't even need to worry yourself about it. You don't even need to try to persuade this person. You know what I mean? If you know for a fact that the sky is blue and somebody is saying, no, it's not, why are you going to debate this person that says the sky is yellow? You're spending so much time and energy saying, and look, here's the fact that it's blue. And look, here's some more facts. And all that energy you wasted, that person still is saying the sky is yellow. So, you know, that energy could have been directed towards you learning some more knowledge, to you building with people that actually do have the right mindset. Sometimes we get easily distracted by people and things that we disagree with so much that we don't get a chance to build and expound on the things that we do agree with. I mean, you see people do it all the time, or even with like politicians, right? They'll talk about how much that they hate these politicians, right? I don't like him because they didn't do that, and then they can't even name one that they do like, right? All right, cool. You don't like this one, name someone you do like. Someone that did something. Anything.
Bees, I don't mean to cut you off though, but we're almost at the breaking point. But I forgot, man. We gotta play like our intermission, man. So let me play our intermission real quick, and then we're gonna get to like the next topic, because I want to make sure we stay on course in this one.
Yeah.
So hold on, let me make sure. Sorry, hold on for a second. Let me go ahead and there we go. All right. Stick around to our intermission, everybody. Enjoy. All right, welcome back.
I was thinking, I was like, you were supposed to, bam, hit it right, right in the middle of the kerfuffle.
Yeah, you know, but you know, at the moment you don't really think about these things, right? But yeah, man. So look, okay, so the next topic, because I know we talked a lot about, like, you know, the Chinese people or whatever. And of course, I'll say this again, right? You know, we don't promote Asian hate, but we also, you know, shed some light about black hate that's still going on around these countries, even in our own country. So, you know, all fair is game. But, okay, now we got to get to, okay, the good old, like, Latin community, right? Because here's the thing. You know, every race goes through some problems. And this is not to like try to rip nobody apart or whatever, but it's also to kind of like shed a little bit of light to it. Now, of course, you know, I mean, I just taught Mexican versus Mexican crimes or whatever, but you know, you hear like the black on black crime, but you don't hear no white on white crime or Hispanic crime, et cetera, et cetera. And so on this article, right, it says, on Google, what is the main crime in Mexico? Although internationally, recognized as a country with a complex and high criminal activity where drug trafficking and related crimes are commonplace. Okay, pettier crimes such as theft on the street or pickpocketing on public transportation, and some of the most reported, in Mexico, fall in fraud and extortion. Now, of course, the U.S. goes through these things too, but I think the biggest part, and I noticed they kind of highlight this in bold letters: drug trafficking and related crimes. So the thing is, okay, when and this is funny too because you have some folks like when they go to Black YouTube and they promote how beautiful the country is. Matter of fact, one of the countries that usually when I see IG photos and videos, I'm like, damn, this is like a beautiful place. And I always want to give everything a benefit of doubt. But at the same time, it's like we're always the ones as Americans open up to allowing international folks to tell us how bad our country is. And the thing is, we don't really ask questions as far as, well, what is your culture like growing up? How bad is it out there, like in Afghanistan, in Saudi Arabia, or places like, if I could pull this up, places like, El Salvador. And in this article, El Salvador's homicide rate in 2021, okay, we can't count 2022 because we're not at the end of it yet, was 3.1 per day, or 8 homicides per 100,000 inhabitants. It is a substantial decline from the previous year. The murder rate in El Salvador has steadily dropped since its worst year in 2015, which had 103 homicides per 100,000 inhabitants, or 18.2 murders per day. Oh shit! I'm gonna put that on there.
Which, to put it into context, would make it the battling for the first and second country with the most homicide rate.
And I got that up there too. So similar country ranking. Shout out to Be Easy for sending me this one. Okay, so per 100K population, this is the murder homicide rate. Okay, Honduras is number 1, 42.1. El Salvador makes it as number 2 on the list. Then we have Nigeria, Nicaragua. Okay, how do you pronounce this other one? Let me see.
Bolivia,
Mongolia,
Cabo Verde, Tanzania, Philippines, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the other one at the bottom, but yeah, that's because the banner's covering it. But yeah, now look, here's the thing with this one, right? And it says El Salvador, don't nobody would have lived there. Be careful. Damn. Okay.
And not only
your Marcus,
in the Bay where I'm at, it's a melting pot, so it's Puerto Ricans, El Salvadorian, people from Nicaragua, all of this stuff. The Mexican is mainly Mexicans, and they tell me that they hate El Salvadorians, that they're dirty, they don't like them. No one has to take my word for it. Just go ask, how do y'all feel about El Salvadorians and all this other, even with the Asian groups?
Marcus said that, yeah.
Yeah, I was just fit to say, can Marcus come on up, and speak on this as well. He knows a lot about El Salvador. He knows a lot about what's going on, man, over there. I would like to invite him up here.
Okay, let me say this. Normally I keep as a closed panel, but let's take a fair vote. Okay, so you want him up here, DJ King? What about you, Mr. Intellectual Soulbox, and what about you, Be Easy?
I mean, I'm pretty much neutral with it. I mean, my energy and my information is going to be the same regardless. So I'm not opposed to it. I will say this though, you know what I mean? Because I will just say this. When it is a Telemundo channel and they are speaking about blacks, they are not reaching and say, hey, let me just get a black to speak on this, because he even if he knows more, they just won't do it, you know what I mean? Because they feel, hey, it's unnecessary, because it's my opinion, my perspective. His opinion necessarily doesn't really matter. I'm not saying this about Marcus or anything like that. I'm just speaking in general, you know what I mean? Look at all these panels, bro. When they talking about blacks, it's not a bunch of blacks. They're not saying, here, let me drop the link. Is it any blacks that want to join? Y'all would know better than me. They just proceed with their talking points and their bias. You know what I mean? But but yeah, I mean, Marcus, if you had a TV channel, I would come up there too. But yeah, I said all that to say, yeah, I'm pretty much indifferent. If he wants to come up, I mean, I'm working with facts, so I'm ready for anybody to come.
Yeah. Well, it's what I wanted to say was, this is like, you know, if somebody else was out in the other country and they speak about Oakland and they think they know what's really going on down here. They really don't, because they're not here. You know, it's the same thing. Like, we know what's going on, you know. So that's why, you know, I wanted to invite Marcus up here, because Marcus been there, and you know, and he actually knows what's going on. That's the reason why I wanted him up here. No,
all right, so okay. So look, I'm gonna send a link out for Marcus, right? Only Marcus could come up here, and then we'll get Marcus. I'll give you like a few minutes, like, you know, to like kind of educate us, because you know you've been in the military, you've been traveling around. So the thing is, I want to know more about these countries. And here's the thing, it's not like me trying to shit on y'all or whatever, but I'm curious, just as like you guys are curious about us. And I want to know, like, okay, we see all the glamour and the pretty videos and pictures of El Salvador and, you know, all that good stuff, but you know, I need to be educated too, because as a tourist, if I want to go fly out there, right, to El Salvador, just so I could hike up in the mountains and the hills, I want to make sure that, you know, I know what to expect. I don't want to be like the Brittany Garner girl, right? Just come into a country and then get stuck and then be jailed for like 9 years because I did something maybe that I don't really know what I'm doing wrong, or something that I'm used to doing in the customs of America. So, okay, so we got Mr. Telemundo. Okay, Marcus. Oh, sorry, Mr. Telemundo.
Mr. Telemundo.
Salute to you.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on,
Yeah. Okay, Marcus. All right, man.
Telemundo.
Exactly. Hey. So, Marcus, right? Let me ask you this question, okay? And like I said, this is, you know, for entertainment purposes, everybody, right? So let me go ahead and make sure, because I know people be on their feelings whenever people have an opinion, right? So please be advised that what we discuss is not political, clinical, financial, medical, nor legal advice. It's for entertainment purposes, though. Make sure y'all smash that like button and share the videos. But also please be advised to everybody that our opinions of our panelists, guests, and chat are not necessarily the viewpoints of knowledge and relationships. So, you know, don't come at us. All right, Mr. Telemundo. So my question is to you is, what is it really like? Because I know, you know, you've been in the military. Salutes to you, my brother. We definitely appreciate your services for our country. Yeah. But my question is, okay, as you being like a traveler through different countries, especially like, you know, in a Latin descent, what was it like? And I'm for sure, maybe you probably been in El Salvador, because you said in the chat, hey, don't go out there, it's dangerous. And a lot of people who are saying this on YouTube, most people will defend that country and say, well, no, you have to go out there to see it for yourself. That's just people in America. They don't know what they're talking about. But for you, what is it like, Marcus? If you mind,
again, so before I start, right? Yes, be easy. If I have a channel, I'll let you up there anytime you want, bro. But unfortunately, I don't have a TV channel. But that being said, the opinions, the comments that I'm about to make do not reflect the opinions or no comments of Knowledge and Relationships, M3, Eddie, or Be Easy or anybody else. These are my opinions only. This is my
Mhm.
information only. So, basically, me knowing I have friends and I have relatives that are out in Salvador, and also people that one of my closest buddies in the military, he's from El Salvador. He's Salvadorian, and his parents came from over there. And seeing stuff that we see there, they have like probably one of the most deadliest, biggest gangs, which is Salvatrucha or MS-13. And so that's probably one of the deadliest ones, one of the ones that's mostly locked up in especially in certain American prisons across the globe, across the country as well. So that's a pretty, it's one of like the top lethal places to go, because there's a reason why mothers, fathers want to leave that country or send their kids out of there to save them, because what they do is they want to take the children and recruit them. Sometimes they use their organs for the black market. They want to train them to be, basically, I don't, because there's certain words I can't say, right? Buzzwords. So like, people that are deleters, people that are robbers, all that kind of stuff, like drugs and all that kind of stuff. So, it's a very poor country. It's probably one of the poorest. Now, a lot of what people see is the good parts, right? I'm pretty sure N3, when you travel to Mexico, you were in the good part of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to enjoy the lavishly. You even said yourself you love the avocados, but it's one of those places where you could be there and there's one good parts for a little bit, but you don't want to be there long term. And it just sucks, because unless you have like American dollar money saved up, when you can put it into a Swiss bank account or something, international account, and then take the money out of there. But even then, you don't want to be known for a guy that has a lot of money, because people see you as an opportunity,
Right.
So, and then as far as Mexico,
Yeah, just real quick.
My bad, go for it.
Hey, just real quick, Mr. Telemundo, I want you to cook. I just want to add this part too, because a lot of those areas are gentrified. So what you see happens out here. There's a lot of Americans, mainly white Americans. They go out there and literally buy all of the beautiful property that you see that people put on IG in Mexico. They are the ones, Americans go buy it up. So now the local people can't even afford it. So they get redlined, gentrified, and pushed to the quote unquote ghettos, where it's like Tijuana type places where all of this type of stuff is going on. No one, the police are corrupt, the government is corrupt. No one has to take my word for it. Just look it up. I mean, people know that the cartels work with everyone, and it's a bunch of Americans that help do that by gentrifying the area and pushing these people even further into the crime-ridden areas.
Yeah, and I don't know if you had another question, M3, that you wanted to ask me as well, or anybody here.
No, you was gonna mention you was gonna say something about like Mexico, but I think one of my other questions is because you mentioned like, okay, there's some like good parts of El Salvador, in which if you compare it to the equivalent to like Oakland, there's a lot of good parts in Oakland, California. Yeah, a lot of artistic parts, but what does the media always show? It always shows like the bad side of Oakland. I mean, look, if you want to use references, what was it? The 2002 to 2003, like no 2003 and 2004, like murder. Where we had like the high murder rate. Unfortunately, my cousin was a part of it. That got killed. Well, deleted. Sorry, but
sorry for your loss.
No, it's all good. But the thing is that like, all right, we hear when people come and they it's one thing to talk about the good side about your country. I get it. You want to advertise that where you live at is so great, and it's not like what it seems to be. But we never been over there, so we're not really for sure. We want to take precautions.
Yeah.
The same thing. You never been over to our land, to our country. But then yet you seem to know so much based off the conversations that you have only with a certain small group of people that's going to continue to argue or to talk bad about, themselves or their own people, or maybe a little bit about the country. But my point is that okay, unless if you ever flew out there and had a negative experience with Americans, you won't really fully know what America's really like. Same thing, we will never fully know what El Salvador and all these other countries like until we go and explore. Until then, we have to do our due diligence to do the proper research and to try to learn and even try to buddy up with someone that is more of a local that we could trust, that tells us, that shows us the good and shows us the bad parts of the countries. Because otherwise, we don't want to just walk in there freely and then we want them getting robbed. And it's even worse for us because if we don't know how to speak like the languages, they could say whatever, but we know when they point that you know that Betty or whatever, or that, you know, however you want to call it, you know what I mean, the bang bang, then we know what time it is, and we know that hey, whatever they want, we better give it up to them, and we will have no support, no protection whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, before I say anything else, I want to publicly apologize to my team. Probably apologize to the chat and the viewers for my behavior. You know what I'm saying? I definitely apologize for what I did. You know what I mean? I want to apologize for not represent my brand in the right way, whether it's knowledge and relationships, whether it's intellectual soapbox, whether it's M3 TV network, whether it's BZ that do, DJ the King. You know what I mean? Everybody on the team, man. Q Spot Podcast, everybody on our team. I definitely apologize. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody on the team as well. You know what I mean? Big Rick Slaps, Lola, OG Patrice, everybody on the team. First Lady Tammy, Damo, everybody on the team, man. Queen, much respect to y'all. You know what I mean? Mr. Bryant, too. I'm trying not to forget everybody. And Stan as well. Apologize to all y'all for my behavior. So, yeah. And salute to Lady Sophia, too. I'll see you in the comments, Lady Sophia.
Shout out to Sophia.
Because well known, see gypsies, we more than Nigerians, believe it or not. I will not go either. Okay? I feel you. I'm sorry, Marcus. Go ahead.
I accept your apology.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Most definitely, man. Hey, look, by the end of the day, look, you know, unlike other networks, we get our issues resolved, like, you know, behind the scenes, and we come back, man, and we own up to our mistakes. You know, that's a whole art of accountability for men, but at the same time, we expect accountability for women as well, too. So, but it starts off with us. So, much salute to you.
Much love.
Man, respect to the panel, though, bro. I always rock with you guys, so I always say shout out to y'all, no matter where I'm at. So,
yeah,
respect to you too.
Appreciate
man.
you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
I had a couple questions for Mr. Telemundo. Mr. Telemundo, are you actually because I like to be specific too, you know, because out here everyone gets labeled Mexican. And people don't like that because they'll be like, bro, I'm Salvadorian, you know, I'll get, you know, or I'm from here. Like, don't, you know, one of my boys is from Bolivian. People say, oh, he looks Mexican, you know what I mean?
Right, I get you.
Labeled as Mexican out, you know, just pretty much. So I always ask, so which Hispanic or Latin descent are you from?
Right. So, like, I'm Mexican and I'm also Native American.
Okay.
And then, as far as deeper roots, I don't know. But so far, those are the only two I know. But like I said, I've always been.
That's all. I just wanted to.
Oh. Go for it.
Now you can go ahead.
No. I wanted to see what you were gonna say. I'll just stop.
Oh yeah, no. I literally was just asking just that simple question. Because you know, I didn't know if you were El Salvadorian or Mexican. You know what I mean? Since you were speaking based on your experience, so I just want to get some clarity from that because it was leading to my next question. Because like I said, I deal with a lot of Hispanics. That's my homies. You know, I've been intimate, you know, with you know, some fine señoritas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got
Lord
you.
have mercy.
I know
I got
how I know how pervasive colorism is. You know what I mean? There's a specific saying. I don't know the saying, but you know, essentially, and some Asians have it too, where they want to better the race, and that basically means like whiten the race because there's a sense of colorism between the dark. Fill in whatever, you know, if it's a dark El Salvadorian, she's seen as not as beautiful as the light skinned one. You know what I mean? The darker Mexicans are not seen as fine as the light skinned ones. Same thing with blacks, right? Darker blacks, the light skinned ones are finer, right? They're quote unquote exoticals. So I just would like for you to speak on the colorist elements, you know, that you've personally witnessed within, you know, whatever community you've been around, Mexican, Hispanic, El Salvadorian. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, like I'll just use myself for the first one. So when people see me in person, or people that have jumped up to me and they say, they start hearing me speak, and they start hearing me speak either in English or Spanish, they're thinking I'm either Muslim or Middle Eastern, or like somewhat of like the Israeli, or like even Egyptian, like kind of like a tone, because I'm tan and stuff. So I got a little color, but not a lot, you know, but you know, it counts for something. And you know, so I get mischaracterized, but you know, I don't really think about it as much. But at the same time, I like to get to know people and ask questions. That's why I always ask, hey, where are you from, or where's your family from? You know, and you know, it sparks a conversation and stuff. And from there on now, it's just, I've done it where I've dated a woman that was specifically Hispanic Latina, but she wasn't from Mexico. And I didn't want to assume, even though inside I was thinking, oh, she's Mexican, she speaks Spanish. But then I hear certain words come out and how they enunciate them. Okay, she's not from Mexico. She must be from another place. And they'll say, oh, I'm Dominican, I'm Colombian, I'm Argentinian, Spaniard, whatever, you know. So stuff like that.
Okay, well, Marcus, I have a question to ask you real quick.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is like for people who transfers from their community over to like America. Now, my question is that is it really true that like, okay, most people who move out to their countries, it's because maybe like, you know, it's so bad out there, and they feel like the United States is like the best country. I don't know, maybe in their eyes or whatever. I mean, look, out of all the countries, there's plenty of countries that they could go to. They could go to Canada. Well, I mean, Canada's a little bit connected to the U.S., but they could go to, what else? Africa or whatever. You know, why do you
They could
feel
go to
that?
a bunch of different Hispanic countries.
Exactly.
Brazil, Colombia.
But what's the reason why they come to like to the U.S.? Is it something that the U.S. have like a center for them to come out, or?
It's just that trope, right? It's that saying, it's the land of opportunity, right? The land of the free, and it's the place where you want to become something, you know. So if you can make it in America, you've made it, and you can't really make it in certain, you know, more the value of the peso is like, it's like $20 for every $1, it's 20 pesos, like 20 to 22 pesos.
Okay.
So, and I'm pretty sure when you're over there, you got a lot of bang for your buck, right? When you got to spend your U.S. dollars over there in Mexico, you got to afford everything that's comfortable, you know, like a drink or food or something, or medicine. And that's why they look at Americans when they come over to Mexico. They take their money. It's like, okay, I can feed my family for a good amount of days. I can buy the medicine. I can pay the bills. And they take advantage of that. But you know, when they come over to America, it's for one, it's the border. It's a border country, so it's right next door. If you're talking like Mexico to America, and then the government it's been on a collapse since like the 90s, because it was after the earthquake when it happened. It was after that earthquake that happened in the 80s. It literally wiped out, like it was like an 8.5 or something. And it just it took a lot of lives, and then it was like it was a drought, and then all of a sudden, like, people just, they could not afford anything anymore, and the value was going down, and then people's like lands were stripped from them. Like the politicians that were very corrupt, they took away their properties, they took away their farms and made them into corporations. So the corporations own those farms now. railroad, the steel, the telecoms, the cables, like all those factories that you see.
Now,
If you go to
Marcus, now who is they? I'm sorry to interrupt. Who?
it's the government. So the government made changes.
Yeah, you
in
talking about the
Mexico.
U.S. government? Oh, okay, the
The
Mexican
Mexican government.
Okay.
So the Mexican government had made deals with certain people and other governments as well. But what they did was, okay, in the 1980s, they only had one Mexican that was in the Forbes billionaires list. By the mid 90s, 94, 95, they had like 24 to 25 Mexicans that were billionaires on Forbes. They were all from the government political party. All political people that sold out, that they ran, that they fled. And the thing about the government system over there was that they only had one political party called the PRI. So the PRI, or PRI, is what it was called. They never had any opposition. So they always said, okay, this is the guy who's going to run it, until in the 80s when a guy said, you know what, I'm going to stand away from you guys because all you guys do are corrupt. You guys just don't want to help the people. They can't afford anything, no homes, no medicine. People are literally not making it enough anymore. You have kids trying to do certain things. And then if you're over there and you can make it as a soccer player or an actor or actress or you know, drug cartel, and then what they do is the politicians, their kids, they send them to America to go to colleges, and then they become involved in the politics. And the next thing you know, they get involved either in the U.S. or in America or in Mexico's government. So that's why certain things are working the way it is, and that's why people are coming from Mexico over here, and you know, seeking asylum if they want to, or they just want to have a chance to, you know, even if they can get a minimum wage job, they're okay with that because it pays way better than what it does to pay over there.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Margaret, okay, DJ Ken, I know you probably have a question. And Mr. Intellectual Soapbox, if you have a question too, go ahead, guys. Feel free to speak. But after this, Marcus, like we're about to go ahead and wrap the stream up. So go ahead.
No problem.
But thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me up.
No problem.
Hey, Princess Katie, I see you.
Hey, salute.
Hey, salute.
Hey, Princess Katie.
Grizzly Bear, what's going on, man?
Yeah, salutes to Grizz, man.
Grizz, what up?
Nah, I don't have any questions about Mexico. Well, I was going to ask what parts of the city of Mexico is more safer?
Yeah, it's usually going to be like the tourist cities. That's where they're usually going to be the most safest at. A lot of resorts are usually the most safest because even though they are usually on most parts, they're usually owned by dangerous people. However, they have to work with certain political people to make it look like it's a clean spot. Pamphlets are sold, and you can go to like the Mayan Palace, Puerto Peñasco, Ensenada, Baja California. You can go to Papas and Beer in Rosarito. You can go to Tijuana. Just make sure you're in certain sections where it's where all the people, the tourists are at, and don't try to go to the. Careful with the slums. Don't go to the favelas. Don't go to any barrios. That's where it's very grimy, where it's dangerous because you could get robbed. You know, just as if you were in any part that's dangerous in America. That's in the you could potentially get robbed, especially if you're flashing it. Especially if they can smell you to see how you're dressed. Especially if you're taking your car. In certain areas, that's where like we're off-roading. If you take your 4x4 and it's a dangerous area, be careful because they most likely will take your 4x4 vehicle, but it's needed over there in those terrains.
Thank you, man.
Wow.
In certain parts, though, right? It's just, I don't want to strike fear on anybody, you know, but it just be safe, you know, and always make sure you talk to someone that's been there. You talk to you fill it out. Maybe you can get a travel guide, a tour guide. They're not that expensive. They're actually really pretty affordable. Unless you want to go to a resort, then reach out and stuff like that. But they'll help you, you know.
Makes me think about our trip to Tijuana, Mexico, when we actually drove from Oakland to Tijuana, Mexico, like with our Tesla, and we had like all these stairs too. But I don't know
how long was the drive, M3?
Whoosh, man.
Tell me it was like 8-9 hours at least.
Something like that. I think it was like 8 hours. I think. Yeah,
Damn.
it wasn't too bad. Like two Phillips. Well, electrolytes with the Tesla because we don't.
Here's
we
the
don't
thing.
fill gas.
Here's the thing too. Like the Tijuana now, you're more fortunate to go to Tijuana now. But if you were to go 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you would not want to be there, especially as a tourist.
Yeah, they gentrified it now, so it's
Yeah,
still
you would not want to be there.
but not like
Yeah.
it used to.
Yeah.
That's what they do with Oakland. Wherever it was popping off, they
Mhm.
just tear down the jacks and build shopping. So it's like you can't get too much popping there. But before we move on, I definitely gotta ask this to Mr. Telemundo. But let me set this up, bro. So
Okay.
look, we got a congressional black caucus full of immigrants, bro. And these people can't even say black. All they say is people of color. Literally, that's all they say is people of color. They don't say black. They get a bunch of black people out there to talk about a black and brown alliance. The only people beating their chest for a black and brown alliance is black people. But every time I see Hispanics of any ethnic group, they make sure that they say Hispanic. They make sure that they say Latino. It ain't no black and brown. And if they do say brown, it's brown pride. It's no brown and black pride. It's La Raza. It's, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that they shouldn't do that. But I've seen most times when it comes to getting legislation passed, it's people of color. We all minorities. But then when it time to dole out the check, it's brown, La Raza, completely, neglecting and negating the work that we have done. So I'm setting that up to say, what could both communities do to actually have a black and brown alliance? Because it ain't one. I don't think there ever will be one. But in your belief, since you have seemingly been around both communities, what can be done or said to actually have a real black and brown alliance? Because hold on, let me give one more caveat. Ask anyone that been to jail. When it's time for something to break out, you know who the brown people side with? Not the blacks.
The whites.
Not the blacks.
Right?
So, Mr. Telemundo, what do you think could be done or said to have an actual black and brown alliance?
Hold on, Marcus. Before you comment, hold on, M3. I'm sending you a video real quick because I want this video to be shown before Marcus comments. This is huge. All right, and then once this is shown, definitely I want him to comment. I'm sending it to you right now. I'm sending it through Facebook. Send it right now.
Okay. Hold that thought. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Best. Send it.
Yeah, you got it.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on for a second. All right. How long is this video? And let's see. Okay. Give me 1 second. There's gonna be some parts I will skip over because I know this video is 6 minutes and I want to make sure there's no music playing. Okay, hold on.
What is that? Oh.
Fat Joe says. Okay, Mr. What part do you want me to play from here? Is it
just a part with Fat Joe? Just a part with Fat Joe. That's it.
Okay. Can anybody see
Fat Joe? Yeah, we can see him.
Yeah. Okay. Fair use, everyone.
It's drums. All the music is African music. So, you getting on the Afro beat now. I've been in Africa.
Damn, they had play music. Okay.
They've been doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It ain't new. All the music is African. You know what I'm saying? But you right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even in
fair use.
Puerto Rico, when you go to Caribbean, like let's speak about Latinos not being black. Latinos are black. In Cuba at one time, there was 8 million Cubans. 5 million, unfortunately, were slaves.
5 million virtual slaves, okay? Fair use.
3 million were actual Cubans, and they integrated and had babies. Same thing with Puerto Rico when you go to Loíza.
Hold on for a second. All right.
Yeah, he almost done.
Okay, for sure.
You talk about something, yeah, that came from the motherland, Africa. You know, sometimes Latinos might even identify themselves with African and Black culture more than Black people.
Fair use again.
That's deep.
This ain't no crazy thing. Fat Joe ain't no Black. You know what he's talking about.
Okay, so in that.
That's all you need. That's all you need, MP. That's all you need.
Okay, no problem. You know, because YouTube, man, they like to strike anything down. Anyway. But oh, you playing music too? Now you're going too far. Okay. All right. From what I gather around it, right? He's saying that Latinos, like they kind of consider themselves, to be on the Black side. The music's Black and all that. What was your intake on the video, Mr. Intellectual?
No, I wanted Marcus to respond to that.
Okay.
To everything that Be Easy was saying, because it goes kind of right hand in hand somewhat.
I see what you're talking about. Okay, go ahead, Marcus. Mr.
Yeah, it was in combination because I was asking what can be done to bridge the gap to have an actual Black and Brown alliance. And Mr. Best has a video of a prominent, very known Latino person saying, hey, actually, we are Black. And, but like I said, when it comes to prison stuff, Latinos side with the whites. When it comes to politics, they side with the whites. When it comes to everything, they side with the whites, Yeah. And here you got a Latino saying we are Black, and you're essentially siding against a group that you say you're in alliance with. Not saying you, Mr. Telemundo, I'm just speaking in general, so that's where the hypocrisy and confusion comes in. So ultimately, with the video that you've seen and my question formulated, what can be said and done to have an actual Black and Brown alliance?
Okay, so which one should I go first? Mr. Intellectual Soapboxes or Be Easy's first?
Whatever order.
So I'm gonna take on the whole Fat Joe thing. I think I've seen this video like once, or not. The topic was talked about before, but I personally don't know, because the reason I don't want to say I'm Black only because I don't want to mischaracterize myself and take away from what you guys went through in your history, right? Because to me, it's like I'm taking away and being dishonest or something about somebody that I'm not. So that's why maybe some Latinos or Hispanics won't call themselves Black for that specific reason, because there's a reason why. There's a rich history and a sad history behind it, or what y'all went through, and it's something that I don't want to take away from and claim myself as calling myself Black because of it, because I can't personally resonate with what you guys went through in history. Not saying y'all what you went through now, but your ancestors, right? And I don't want to be, I guess I don't want to be disrespectful by taking that and saying I am Black, That's why I don't claim it as a form of respect for y'all.
I feel you.
No, I totally respect that. I just want to say too, I don't think that in terms of the alliance, right, I don't need to say that I'm Latino or Hispanic to have an alliance with my alleged brothers, you know what I mean? So I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but sometimes people use that as an excuse, like, hey, I don't really know, so I don't want to be disrespectful to Blacks. That's cool, I respect that, but then you also don't got to throw us under the bus either. You also don't got to side, because I've heard a bunch of Latinos, they'll say, man, white supremacy this, and they did this, and what about all of this stuff that they did to our people? And then when it comes time to all right, cool, let's do something about it. Now I'm aside with them. I thought you just said they did this to you, so that's kind of what I'm alluding to, hey, I think everyone should be happy that whatever culture, ethnic group they're from, I just don't think you need to denigrate another culture or, help kind of disparage that group. Yeah. Pretty much.
Well,
it's like a necessary ops when we're not even ops, right? It's all manufactured.
the only reason why I wanted to ask your question was: are you referring to like Hispanic Americans or Latino Americans, or are you talking about overall on both sides of the borders?
I'm talking about overall because
Okay, so real quick, right there. There's cities and towns that hate Trump specifically because of the wall and stuff like that, and they are opposition of certain. They talk shit about the American government because of what they did, because of the drug trade, because of what it led to power of the cartels and stuff. So they share a certain sentiment, especially with y'all as well, because the same way that y'all say, "Hey, F the government, what they did to us," politicians, specifically the ones that are Caucasian and stuff like that, that led to their power, because they're the ones suffering over there in
they're
Mexico and here.
unwilling to unite under that sentiment.
Right.
They'll share the sentiment and say, "Oh yeah, they did y'all wrong. They did us wrong too." And it's like, come together. It's like, nah, we gonna side with the people who did us wrong. That's what happens.
I think it's a certain
It's
number
literally what
of there's a certain number of Hispanic Latino Americans that are very pro-right, pro-conservative, right? That's what you're talking about.
No, I'm not even talking about the conservatism part of it, but yes, the majority of them are. And that was the thing that a lot of Democrats, they were bringing them over here because they thought that, hey, we would do all of this DACA, TPP stuff, and they would just automatically vote for us. But no, they vote based on their culture. And, a lot of those countries have a kind of right-wing culture based on their corrupt government. Like you said, there was one billionaire, then suddenly a host of billionaires.
Yeah.
They say if you want to become rich, become a politician. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of corruption up top. So individually, people be like, nah, I don't see that because my baby mama is Latin or my husband is black, so on an individual level they don't see it. But when as a collective, as a political unit, then you start to see, oh wow, it's an agenda for this and against this, and it's well documented. It's just a lot of people use willful ignorance, and we get distracted a lot, and they throw a lot of crumbs, these like race bombs to just keep us distracted, versus like, you know what, bro, why are we even feuding with each other? Like, why can't we come together? They don't want that. They want us saying like, look, the blacks are lazy and this is just that culture. And see, this is what I'm saying. That's why I don't like having that culture argument, because M3 could bring up documents that showed that they said all these thefts, extortion, that's commonplace. Commonplace means that's habitual. Habitual means cultural. You know what I mean? And this is not to demonize the group or anything, but it's like none of us are infallible, bro. So I just hope that me amigas and amigos will be able to understand that and know that we definitely, we definitely ain't against y'all, you know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure. I gotta play this one last reaction video, but
Then I gotta actually, hold on, before you even do that, I gotta do this. How about everyone just hold their own nuts? The Asians do it. That's quite laughable, bro. Just type in Asians, right? And they, in the Stop Asian Hate, they got hundreds of millions allocated to them. Where they saying, no, we're holding our own nuts. Don't give us those millions. What did they do? They took the millions. Actually, hold on.
Took it.
Hold on.
With ease.
Before you go, because Mexicans and all these are holding their own nuts. Y'all look this up, especially you, high value nurse. New York could spend $300 million annually to house migrants in hotels. City officials have either rented or announced plans to secure 5,800 hotel rooms. Yeah, to give to immigrants. They said it's going to cost the city $312 million.
Wow.
And that's before tallying costs, providing food and medical care. Is that holding yourself up by your own nuts? A lot of these cats don't even have, and then just type in Asians, how much they got for the Stop Asian Hate bill. They weren't saying, hey, get this money back. Come on now.
Yeah, they took that.
They're the main ones asking for it. So if you're very aware, why are you even saying this? It's just like the people saying, "Oh, y'all gave $10,000 in student loan debt." Meanwhile, most of those politicians got PPP loan forgiveness to the tune of hundreds of thousands. Are y'all making content about that? Are you talking about that? Are you talking about Ukraine holding their own nuts? Are you talking about Ukraine holding their own
Marcus,
nuts? Them $3
hold on, be easy. Hold on, be easy. Hold on, don't give them the Marcus. The reason I put you in the back. The reason I put you in the back. I want you to come back up. Don't leave. Don't leave.
He said, "Don't leave," but can you repeat that again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't leave, Marcus. Okay. Listen, team. Let's take a vote. If high value nurse want to come up here, are we letting them up?
Look.
I definitely want high value nurse to reply to that.
Yeah. Let's make it clear, right? Because right now we're already passing like the 9:30 mark or whatever. Well, okay,
Man,
almost like at the
good.
2:30 mark. And
this is getting real good. You gotta admit it. You gotta admit it, man.
Let's bring high value nurse up here, right? Like only certain people up here, right? You know, keep it close, but you know, the ones that been rocking with us since like day one, like Marcus and high value nurse. Let's bring them up there, right? Because I already know high value nurse is gonna definitely have like a lot to say about this, and I'm gonna like hear his take on it. So high value nurse, we're gonna definitely send a link to you.
Thank you.
After this, though, we do have to close it out.
Yeah, because
you send it to them too. You got him.
I got him.
Yeah, this is not really something to debate about, especially saying they come over here and finesse the American government. That's saying that they come over here looking for handouts and take handouts, while at the same time complaining about handouts. See, we're using all sorts of semantics to say they finesse the government. Finesse them for what? They finesse the government for what? Money and resources. Oh, I thought they were pulling themselves up by their bootstraps, but instead they're finessing the government for money and resources. All right, cool. Less blacks finesse money from the government. Oh no, you guys are being victims. Right. Pull yourself up by your bootstrap.
Can I say something real quick, be easy?
No.
Or may I say something?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
So I know exactly what you're talking about, because there's a group of people that just do that to come over here, and they know they might be sanctioned and they might get taken care of, especially by the government, right? And then there's others who just want to get that citizenship, right? Declare this as citizenship, get asylum over here, and they may not even get the help, but they'll just how you say, I'll use your line, pull them by their bootstraps to just get that proven citizenship and passport or whatever, and get asylum here. So I've met groups of Asians that, like you said, they pull themselves by the bootstraps. They end up getting like, pulling their kids through school, college, while they're running. And I mean, no offense to them. This is just what I'm saying, what I observed. My opinions do not reflect the opinions of knowledge and relationships. But they get and open nail salons, restaurants. They run like a dry cleaner place or whatever. So these certain merchant stores, right? These small chain stores, but somehow they're all related or they know each other because they're all their friends, family, that they end up opening in one city, one town over each other. And before you know it, it's like a network. It's a hive mind. And they're all circulating their money for each other. So I think with that specific one, because you used that as an example of the Asian community, I think maybe that's why they're able to do it within themselves and their own groups, because they are very traditional, conservative, very like when you enter a certain specific Asian's house, they just take your shoes off, bow and greet them, show respect, and they're all about school education and like medicine and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, bro. My bad.
No, it's all good. I was just saying, like, and that point, I do agree with you in terms of the culture.
Be easy. Pause, brother. Pause. We got somebody. Hold on, be easy. Hold on. We got somebody in the back for you, baby. He's coming up.
Let me mute myself.
Let him up. High value nurse, what's good, baby? Talk to us. Salute to you.
What's up, high value nurse?
Yeah, we can hear you well. I'm muting myself. We can hear you well
right now. So Okay, so when I say hold your own nuts, yes, what you saying be easy is very correct because the Asian population, they do come over here, they finesse the government because I agree that Stop Asian Hate bill was absolute nonsense. And it was honestly a slap in the face. It should be it should be a black hate crime bill circulating around. What's even more insulting about it is that the week that happened, they brought a K-pop group from Korea over here. The week that shooting happened out in New York, where that white supremacists killed all those black folks in Buffalo, I believe. Yeah, the week after that, they had the K-pop group to discuss Asian hate. It was a slap in the face, but nonetheless, when they get those resources, they continue to network within their whole community. That is what I mean when I say holding your own nuts. All this kumbaya, we need to link, we need to group, that's dead, bruh. That's dead. And FBAs, they are starting to realize that. So that's all I'm saying as far as holding your own nuts. I'm done with all this. Hey, brother, help me. Hey, brother, let's do this. Hey, brother, let's you. No, 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 no. No, the time for that is over. We've been doing that for 100 years, and they ain't got us nowhere. So that's what I'm talking about.
And for the ones who don't know what
Okay.
FBA is Foundational Black Americans.
Nah, see, and that's why thank you for coming up and saying that. Because with you saying that and providing that clarity, then I'd have no disagreements with you. It was really no smoke anyways, it's just an intellectual sparring session, anyways, and
Oh,
if it's
for
smoke,
sure.
it's
No, I ain't got no smoke. I've been listening to the show the whole shift, man. Y'all boys doing good work up here. No smoke at all.
oh yeah, no, I appreciate it, bro. And like I said, after you providing that clarity, then I'm in full concurrence with the statement, you know what I mean? Because I tell people too, like when you make a statement on these panels, sometimes you may just only be getting a particular point off, and people think, oh yeah, but what about this? Like, yeah, my point was incomplete. Like, I agree with you, you know what I mean? Like, I just didn't make my entire point. And then sometimes, you can read messages and say, like, damn, is he saying, that's why I like to talk to people directly, because you send the text, you know what I mean? You send the text and it's really no context behind it. You don't know the tone or the sentiment it was said in. So, um, yeah, so that's good.
So I didn't catch the very beginning, but did this start from the blacks and Latinos creating hip hop discussion?
No, we had like a lot of other open discussions before then. Like it started with the Asian hate, but at the same time, we go over to their country, blacks are getting hated on as well too. And then there's also still like low key hate. We was talking about like the C-19 case, how they're trying to pretty much use that to kind of push us away from certain restaurants. But then at the same time, you have their so-called family members that still comes in there and they dine in with them. But they use the family as a way to still invite their own people. Meanwhile, we still patronize them, but outside, maybe at the window stand. The other thing
I'm
is,
trying to figure out where all this Asian hate is coming from because, as far as I know, I don't know if anybody remembers Peter Liang, that cop out in New York, that Asian cop who killed
I
that
do.
brother. And the Asian community rallied and protested, got their paper together, and he was let off. He was transferred to another department. So I don't know where all this Asian hate is coming from. I've seen plenty of videos of Asians whooping sisters' asses up in these beauty salons and up in these nail places and all that kind of stuff. So all this Asian hate stuff, listen, they take one incident of a brother smacking an Asian in the head, and now they saying, oh, it's all Asian hate, all Asian hate. Man, ain't nobody hating on no Asians out here. All these things that these Asians got going on, all these
And
whorehouses, these straight up whorehouses they got all over the country,
the
and
massage
to the simps,
parlors.
I ain't trying to knock your hustle. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But nah, that's cap, and that's what I'm saying. is that shout out to Tariq Nasheed. I'm saying it personally. Shout out to him because now FBA, they're starting to organize. We're just saying, you know what? We just gonna fall back from trying to save everybody else, and we're gonna worry about us. We're gonna worry about these reparations. We're gonna worry about getting these crime bills set in place for foundational Black Americans, and that's just what it is, and that's just what it's about now. I mean, you know, my heart goes out for everybody else who's struggling, but you know, I'm pretty much worried about FBA right now as we speak. You know, like we talk about the Ukrainians, and I heard all that, yeah, and that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy when you got foundational Black Americans in this country who are suffering, but yet you willing to give hundreds of thousands of dollars to the people from Ukraine. That's absolutely ridiculous. But you know, that's my thoughts.
And to piggyback off of that, high value nurse, and these people don't even give a damn about us. If you look at the news out in Ukraine, you know who was the first ones to get booed out?
Neo-Nazis out there.
Exactly.
Yep.
So they
Real
care
Nazis.
less about what we're going through, or even the Black Ukrainians. But then yet they're using our tax dollars to go support them because those, you know, Mr. T's is what I call it, looks like them. So of course you want to help out their own people. But look, the other thing is too, like the main point of all the everything that we was talking about, because we even touched up with El Salvador and all that.
And not only that, he let 100,000 immediately. Biden just greenlit 100,000 Ukrainians to come over here and said they're refugees of war. But then I don't know if y'all remember earlier in the year the Haitians that came over and they was out there chasing them on horses with whips and stuff. He suddenly he said we don't got no planes, but once the Haitians got over here, he shipped them back on planes. The Ukrainians come over here 100,000 deep, and all they are brought over here is to displace Black people. They're literally flying migrants in through the night and just dropping them off in cities. Like I just said, New York is preparing to spend over 400 million just to house illegal immigrants, and people like, oh, no one is illegal on this land. You can call them undocumented. Aliens. I don't care what you call them.
And they get more benefits than we do.
And you also got to remember too, the government also gave a $40 billion aid bill to Ukraine, and then also to the Middle East when they pulled the troops out. And they pulled out the people out there from the U.S. embassy and stuff out of Middle East. They gave him like a multi-$100 billion aid bill, which I thought was bullshit, because I thought if you're going to help anybody, help your own people first in America, whether it's Black American, Latino American, help them all out. The people that are struggling, medical, medicinal, people in hospitals, kids that are going hungry, people that don't have homes. You should have done that and made that money here, because you just gave out hundreds of millions of dollars to the Middle East. And to who? Like terrorist organizations. I thought that was wrong.
Yeah,
that is why you're not going to see another Democratic president for the next 20 years. You are not going to see another Democratic president, because not only are you making Black people mad, you pissing off white folks. Pissing off white folks. You pissing off American white folks. Biden's approval rating is lower than Trump's. Is lower
and
than
the Latinos
Trump's.
that come over vote Republican.
You got people wishing for Trump to come back again. I want to
if he run, I'm voting for him.
Me too. Me too.
You can quote. I will never.
MAGA, baby.
I promise you, because they tried to make Trump out to be some boogeyman when Biden is a devil in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can quote me on that. Trump 2024.
You know what's funny, High Value Nurse? In Tijuana, in order to make a response to the wall, they made "Make Tijuana Great Again" hats. As far as for Trump, you can literally just Google the pictures. The Tijuanans over there, they made that shit. MTGA.
Yo, they're a photo. But
right, Tiger. The Street Fighter Cup.
Yeah, Tiger. But yeah, I mean, overall, right? You know, our point is that like see, they're always quick, right, to point out like what we're doing horrible, what we're doing wrong, and a lot of times it's not even us that's starting shit. It's other groups and other nationalities, but we always get the bad rep. So they point their skills like, oh, because these black, Mr. T's or whatever, right? They run around in the city, causing some terror. We got to make sure we put a stop to them.
And did they forget about there was a video of this black celebrity. He was in an area where there was an Asian man, and he came out and said that he was racist. Did anybody forget about that video?
What's that again?
And he said this is no no end zone is what he said. Okay, no nigga zone. That's what he said, but he used the ER term. Okay. Y'all do y'all remember that? It was a video like that. I can find it.
It was Biden?
No, it was an Asian guy.
Oh, okay.
That actually said that. He said, "I'm a racist." He said that.
Huh. Okay.
Let me find it for you. Let me find it, man. I'm definitely gonna send it to you because people forgot about that.
You were gonna play this video though, M3?
Yeah. Let me play this video real quick. This is only for like 2 minutes, so
fair use.
Oh yeah, all the way.
Univision personality, TV personality.
I have to have some commentary against the view.
Fired last week for saying, "quote."
Oh yeah, definitely fair use from all these bitches.
Michelle Obama looks like she's part of the cast of Planet.
Why that banner at the bottom?
Oh yeah, go ahead and fly that up there real quick. Where is it? Yeah, man, we got so much shit around. There we go. Fair use, everybody. Let me find it real quick. In fact, let me go on that side. There we go. So the dude pretty much called her a monkey. All right.
He has since apologized, but he said he was actually referring to the male makeup artist featured on the show.
Wow.
Who used the makeup to transform himself into Michelle.
I mean, that is terrifying. I'm just going to say that is, first of all, isn't that considered blackface? I mean, it's like a Spanish guy getting put into black makeup. That alone.
Fair use, of course.
Drag. Drag-ish.
I don't know. There's a lot happening there.
Because a lot of Latin people recognize the fact that we do have African blood in us. A lot.
Okay, again, fair use. I feel like Raven Simone is about to say something niggerish.
Of them do not want to recognize that fact, and that's where this stems from.
Which is why she's on the show.
There is a secret in the Latin community, specifically the Caribbean, South American, Central American, Latin community, that they are very racist. They never want to be in the same group as black people.
Wow.
Wants to be in the. She said they don't want to be in the same group as black people. And I think she like a Latin descent, or maybe she's black. I'm not for sure, but she looked mixed though.
And it's sad. It's very sad. And
she might be Puerto Rican.
I just sent you the other video too. So after you finish that,
she's Afro Latina.
That's that's the girl that played in White Man Can't Jump. That is her.
She was also she was also in Pineapple Express.
Yeah, and she was in Birds of Prey. Yeah, that's Rosie Perez.
He did say Michelle Obama looks like a cast member of the Planet of the Apes. And was he saying it race?
They be like, oh no, you didn't. Oh, okay, hold on. Raven Simone about to say something stupid, y'all. So warning.
It's like because he said that he voted for her later, and I don't think he was saying it racist.
Who are we talking about here? Our mouse.
So now Raven.
You're talking about Joe Rogan, right?
Are we talking about Joe Rogan? Or are we talking about Joe Biden? Like, who are we talking about?
You talking about Raven Simone is so okay in this video, right? Some guy said something about Michelle looking like a monkey or whatever, but now Raven Simone's defending the guy who's saying that Michelle looked like a monkey, and she's saying what he said is not racist. Let's go back real quick.
Oh my goodness.
Was he saying it racist? Like because he said that he voted for her later, and I don't think he was saying it racist.
Yeah, look at that. They had to do that closer because they were like, "Girl, you look stupid right now. You sound stupid right now. Look at that.
Stupid. You see that? You see that blonde hair? You see that blonde hair, right? Look at who she want to be.
Yeah,
Look at that
she
thing.
married to another. She married to a female version of Jim Carrey.
Toxic
This is,
feminism.
yeah.
Right.
Look at who she married to. This ain't shocking, and they've been going in on Michelle like that for years. So this ain't nothing new, and it's so crazy because
And that's why
it'll
she
be
brought
those
up there.
those same Latinos that got a black abuela right at home somewhere. And when it's time for them to get those black set asides, they'll pull the pictures of a black abuela out and say, "Oh, well, I got black in me." But when it's convenient, they'll put black abuela or abuelo right back up. Miss me with that.
But also on the census, a lot of them, I could say the majority, but I won't do that. So I'll say a
No, keep it real.
significant or
Keep it real.
consequential
Go ahead and say
amount.
it.
Yeah, on the census, they have an option, and what they choose to identify is black abuela and all. They choose white. Don't take
Yeah.
my word for it.
Yeah.
Just
That's a
look it up.
fact. That's a fact.
I'm still left about a toxic feminist though. But yeah. Raven.
I don't watch The View. I don't watch The View.
Let's continue on.
I'm not a racist, but I have black friends.
Let me say
I'm
something.
sorry, that is racist.
I know where Raven.
And this is kind of sad, right? If you could see the mouse, see me moving the mouse, right?
Yeah.
It's sad that an Afro Latina, right, is defending our own people. First, well, it's bad that she's defending us against ignorant people that's supposed to be our own. It just, yeah, never a good look.
But see,
Raven gave Orlando Brown some pussy.
place
We're
the
not taking her
ignorant
serious.
in positions of perceived power, right? Power and influence. So they can mislead and misconstrue the masses, right? They're not going to have someone that is pro blackity black, and you don't even got to be that. They're not going to have anyone that's sensible and rational when it comes to these issues. They have to have someone with the talking point. So when someone like Rosie Perez makes that talking point, they have 4 other people that's against her, because Whoopi Goldberg is the moderator, but she's basically against any talking point because all she does is shut it down for the status quo. You see it all the time. Any important issue, they'll bring up one person and then they'll bring up 4 other people that's against the point. And then they'll be like, all right, we got to cut to commercial. This is a serious issue. How the hell you going to talk about this serious issue in 5 minutes, right? Cut to commercial.
Hey, be
Gotta
easy.
talk about
You remember that
English.
question you asked me earlier about building the bridge for both Latinos and blacks? This is a good example of it, right?
I think so.
Yeah, there you go. So this is why in certain conversations, I quiet, I listen, or I try to help a lending hand. It's all about actions, how you do with other people from other cultures, right? So I've always been that person that lends that hand or an ear to listen to, get to know somebody. I don't care what race or skin tone you are. But depending on your actions, who you are as a character, that'll depend on the basic relationship we have together with each other, you know? That's all I do.
Let me finish this video real quick. And I know we have one more, and I'm about to wrap it up after this, like right after. Hold on.
My thing is, I think he's a
Yeah,
gay
whenever
guy.
you wrap
He
it
is a
up,
comedian,
I'm wrapping it up.
according to him, and he is biracial himself. And I have a feeling he said it without even thinking. I think he should be fired for stupidity, because if you're too stupid to realize why that's offensive to begin with, then like you shouldn't be on TV.
You're a goddamn grown man, but yet I guess you feel like you're at liberty to say whatever you want to say and not face the consequences. Anyways.
Wait, who's a man?
Hmm?
You said someone's a man? Who's a man?
No. I said like I'm talking about like
That's
never
what you
mind.
I am the Latin person here on this table, and I will not tell you that it was racist. Period. And the thing is, this is a
Period.
Yeah.
Just imagine us guys speaking exclamation mark, pause, comma.
I mean, we say pause all the time, though. You know, you feel me?
Yeah, but there's a difference between period and question mark, exclamation point, quotation marks. We don't say that shit.
But this is why it's so important that we have media like Knowledge and Relationships, and that we have media like the High Value Nerds, and we have media from those perspectives, because 1, they are trying to kill masculinity. 2, we can control the narrative and put the real out there because we're not paid by the big corporations. We just call it like we see it. And this is why I have strayed away from mass media, because half of it is lies anyway. Because when you don't control your own media, people can feed you whatever they want. So that's why I will go out of my way to support platforms like this, and like a high value nurse, or like a Sir Hal or whoever, because that's real media now. The grassroots is the new media, not this crap that they got. The View, who gives a fuck what these idiots got to say on The View? I mean, look at Whoopi Goldberg. She been married 3 times to 3 white dudes that done tossed her to the side. Raven Simone done gave the Orlando Brown, aka the Joker, some coochie. Like, what are we really taking them serious for? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
That boy was singing that note when
We're
he
not.
Wait a minute. Orlando Brown smashed it?
He gave
Well,
it
we had to say allegedly, of course.
My God.
Absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but just to piggyback off what High Value Nurse said, they actually just recently put out a study how most people get their news. I don't know the actual accurate percentages, but YouTube was the number one. You know what I mean? And then after that, I don't know the exact order, but I know YouTube was number one. Then it had Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Literally, it had the mainstream media was probably like 5th or something on the list. Because it's true, like, right? When think of any little thing. Oh, Nipsey Hussle died. Like you didn't get that from the news. You heard about that on Facebook or Twitter or something. You like, oh, this new series came out. You heard about that on Instagram or Twitter. Oh, Chris Rock slapped so and so. You know what I mean? CNN played it, but where did you hear about it at? YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You know what I mean? TikTok. You know, so that mainstream media stuff is dead. But what we got to do is see the anti-black rhetoric and talking points and use these platforms to counter them, because this is who people is going to pay attention to. And that's why YouTube, which is owned by Google, did like a massive they called it adpocalypse, where they were like censoring in if you had a 1,000 subscribers, suddenly you had 987. You like, bro, what happened to my subscribers? They was basically blocking people from algorithms. So at any time they could shut you down, basically off of a stroke of a keyboard stroke. So it's really up to the grassroots to say, hey, look, I don't want to listen to Fox News, CNN, MSNBC all the time. So you need to be seeking out the channels that you do want to listen to and then build them up, because people say Fox News, CNN is propaganda. It's propaganda. Yeah, you told me 100 times that Fox News was propaganda, but you didn't tell me one channel that was an alternative. We got to stop that. You feel me? There's a lot of substantive content creators out there. Some of them don't even got 1,000 subscribers, but they will if we be sharing and talking them up rather than talking about Tucker Carlson all the time.
Damn. So M3, you there? You're muted.
Okay. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Fair
Okay.
use.
I got your video, DJ Eddie. Let me go
okay.
ahead. Yeah, let me go ahead and finish this one up, right? Because we only have like a few more seconds.
Right.
Then I'll play your video, and then
Fair use.
yeah,
Fair use.
fair use, of course.
Do not talk about that. We do not address, and it is real, and it was revealed by this man's statement. And you do not disrespect the first lady of our country.
Go like,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
no,
They
no.
all, yo, you see that?
Especially one with the loud mouth. Oh man.
Girl, look at that wig.
That's Laverne.
That's a nice
Who
wig.
said look at that wig? Somebody said that. You ain't right.
But
oh man.
hold on. Let me go ahead and do the other reaction real quick.
Yeah. That's also fair use.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, there might be a little bit of sensitivity for people who are watching this, but hey, fair use, and you know what it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how this can pan out. Can you guys hear you guys can see the video, right? Just want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we can hear it though. Let me see.
What's up?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Why are
There
you
we
coming
go.
over here? I just want to see what you guys do.
Oh shoot, I remember that. We did a reaction to that too.
Yeah, but a lot of people
Why
didn't
is it
see it,
your
so I'm gonna make
business?
sure they see it. Fair use.
This is my home. Okay, mine too. Why are you taking pictures of me? I live in Scottsdale. Why are you taking pictures of me?
Michigan. Fair use. Fair
Yeah.
use.
That makes sense. That's your place. Wow.
Why are you taking pictures of me?
Well, you know what? We've had problems here.
I don't care. You don't know me. Why are you taking pictures of me? And I don't know you. Do you know a lot of white men are doing racist things in this world, sir?
Fair use.
Fair use.
No.
You don't know that? You're not aware
I'm
of
a
that?
racist.
You are.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
He's
All right.
honest.
I'm a racist.
Fuck.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So
what's
the
your
issue?
point? Why are you here?
Because this is a no zone.
Oh shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, to a lot of people that did not see it. Uh-huh.
Let's go back real quick.
Your point.
Oh, I like this.
Because this is a no zone.
Not really.
Oh, is it?
Not really, sir.
Tell me.
There's not a not zone. I'm here. And what
But
I'm
you
about
don't
to
live
do,
here.
what I'm
But
about
you
to
don't live
do,
here.
I do. I stay here. What I'm about to do,
Yo, Mr.
me and my
Miyagi is
friend, we about to
racist.
record our video,
Okay.
and you're not gonna do a motherfucking thing about it. Y'all hear me?
That's fine. Let me.
Mr. Miyagi is racist, yo.
Hey, Marcus, man, you.
So I'm never gonna look at Karate Kid ever the same again. Fuck.
Yo, why you had that finger up there like as soon as the brother pointing the finger at him, right? Why he had his finger like this, like you might give him the KO Kim, bro. I don't know.
That he was gonna give him the
That guy.
Sonic Boom.
Hey, I don't want to hear you say nothing.
That boy look like he wish he could do the spin bird.
No, I'll tell you what, though.
You just not gonna do another thing. So,
What?
as y'all see,
You're
can't keep the
filming me
camera.
doesn't stop
Yeah.
me from doing things.
It doesn't mean I'm about to record my video.
Hey, another thing though, the young bull was actually pretty calm. Now, I'm not advocating for violence, but come on, bro. That Mr. Miyagi is looking kind of frail, you know what I mean? So if he would have got dipped up, slapped up right there, then it would have been stop Asian hate. And him getting called a nigger, none of that would have even mattered, right? It just would have been Asian hate. Like, nah, I didn't beat him up because he was Asian. I
He's
beat him up
smiling,
because
too.
he disrespected me and he happened.
Hey, he must have probably had like a good retirement savings.
Look how he's smiling. Look how he's smiling.
He has
bro.
a
Look
death
at him.
wish, bro. I don't know, man. Look, sometimes, man, you gotta have like your grandchildren to come and
He's
be
trying
like,
to finesse the system, like,
yeah, or
like
your
how
great
you know it.
grandchildren. My bad, because they do live for a long time. But you gotta have like your great grandchildren say, "Yo, Papa, like sit your old ass down or whatever. Put some duct tape in his mouth, roll him up in his wheelchair or something. Give him some Viagra so he could just do whatever he need to do to calm the
If
fuck
y'all
down."
seen Gran Torino, this is the opposite of Gran Torino right here.
Man.
Egregious.
Yeah, Gran Torino's that movie.
Gran
Though. That soundtrack.
Yep.
Yo. For you, said
It's called Tokyo
I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay.
And let you try to touch me. Let you try to touch him.
And by the way, this is not an Asian hate video. This is I feel like this is like starting to be like an Asian self-defense type of video. But anyway. No.
Oh, I wouldn't touch
Let you already disrespecting
And
me.
look,
Can you step back a little bit? I feel like you harming.
It's an Asian dude on here calling the black dude nigger, and the black dude's got to say, "Look, we're not being hateful towards Asians."
Right.
Huh? Yeah, no. I need you to step back. So, don't listen to what I'm saying. Okay. I'm gonna lay your down. It's okay. I'm gonna lay you down. You are? Yeah. So just stay where you at.
You ain't man enough.
It's okay.
Whoa, okay, man. He's like, you ain't man enough, young man.
Don't gotta think I'm man enough, my baby. Yeah, just keep it walking.
Tiger.
It's gonna be like that today, y'all.
He said,
I hope y'all
Hadouken.
seen all of that. I am a famous YouTuber. This is actually his establishment. So anybody, y'all all know I just moved to Arizona, and this is his friend as well. So anybody that come to this establishment, y'all know what it is. Y'all know exactly what his establishment is, and y'all know where he works. And it's okay. Hey, we got money and we doing
That
well.
again.
He mad. So we're gonna handle it like that. You saw he walked away. Cause I got something for him and this man. But Kane, pick up your camera. We about to get this in.
But you know what's the sad part about this though? Even though like his intent, right, is to like let it be known, don't patronize that person. Unfortunately, as something gets negative press, I'm for sure a lot of people will still go to that establishment. Just because.
Why is that Asian talking shit? He got a fucking leaf blower in his hand, anyways. The fuck? He's still on the clock. What the hell? Like, you know, that young man right there, he still got my respect regardless if you hit him or not. He has my respect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but see, this is what we go through. This is why we're educating everybody, right? Even from the outside, because it's easier for people to say, "Hey, man, suck it up, man. Y'all being victims. Y'all on that victim mentality. God damn, man, you black people could play all goddamn day long. Suck the fuck up or whatever, right?" And you know what I tell them? You know what? With your uneducated ass, go suck a dick, all right?
Whoa, man. Come on, man.
Look, man. You sound like a whole lot. Look.
Man.
Hey, man, keep it PG, man. When high value nurse came out there to talk about nuts and shit or whatever. So what? That's anyways, man. I had to say that. You know I have to say something vulgar at least once in a
Sometimes
while.
the vulgarity is appropriate.
What I miss?
Oh yeah. I guess you did miss that.
I must have missed it.
I mean, but once he said the N word to him, it was really a wrap from there. Like, homie could have took it wherever way he wanted to. He could have gave him some little lumps. You know what I mean? Whatever he needed to do to help him to get on his way to where he needed to go. You know what I mean? Because I'm shooting a video and you coming up to me like I'm not even coming up to you. Like, get out my face.
Right.
Right. Not a lot of people would take it well, you know, Mr. Into a soapbox. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, imagine like anybody. Hell, I mean, look, man. Even if it was like fuck, I'm gonna just say this. Even if it was like a woman of outside culture, you can still get those hands too, though. Come on, man. I don't play that type of shit.
Misogyny.
Yeah, misogyny. Get your hands in misogyny.
You know what you should have said? Equality.
No, equality would get us canceled. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, he had people though equality. No. You know what would be worse? If you hit them with the accountability. Shorty hit them with the accountability. Oh man, that's
Shorty you can then with that accountability right there.
All accountability.
If it's a woman, I'm taping her. If it's a man, he can definitely get them hands. Oh, most definitely.
Yep.
I would give him like a hit combo and an in off of a sweep kick.
Tiger.
Yoka.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Shout outs to it is getting late, but look, shout outs to Mr. Telemundo, aka Marcus. You ranking up, man, level by level.
AKA the sophomore. I heard y'all comment the last time I upgraded to a sophomore, so I remember that.
Sophomore classes in session. Let's go.
Let's go.
Get your junior session in a minute, bro. You know, before you know
gotcha.
you'll be a senior, man. Anyway,
You be graduating.
Yeah, you gonna graduate.
He said that man had a leaf blower.
Right.
I mean, he's working, so why would he be talking shit? He should just shut up and do your job. Fuck. The hell?
He said, Mr. Miyagi, oh my goodness, dog.
Bro.
Y'all wrong, but hey, look,
Oh,
again,
man.
man, please be advised that what we did discuss is not political, clinical, financial, medical, nor legal advice. All this is for entertainment purposes only. Make sure you, Busters and Busterettes, smash that like button and subscribe and share. Matter of fact, make this video go viral, right? So everybody could be in their panties and emotions. And also, please be advised that the opinions from our guests, like Mr. Telemundo and the people in the chat, are not necessarily the viewpoints of knowledge and relationships.
And this is not a hate crime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is not an Asian hate crime. I just want to throw that out.
Shit, I feel like, man, this is like a culturally self-defense like type of. Hey, man, yo, we gotta protect ourselves, man. Look, man, we're not attacking nobody. We're just trying to defend ourselves because y'all keep attacking us, man. Y'all,
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Miss Andrew.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, that what it said? Well, it says in honor of Sir Hill Speaks, right? This has just taken a turn. Wow. A clip and put on Worldstar. Okay. And then, oops, my bad. But go ahead. We got to welcome Queen back into the building.
What's up, Queen?
Queen, we're about to wrap it up, but do you have any last words that you would like to say?
My last word is that we just got to do better. We got to stop. Even if we don't like everything our leaders or our ancestors did for us, we would be nowhere without them. So, and I think a lot of us have this cap mentality because we couldn't handle a day in their shoes. So, yeah, we got to do better in respecting our leaders. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Clip what and put on Worldstar. Okay. Well, anyways, okay. Anyone else?
No, I just want to say, man, thank you. I appreciate it. You let me up on here and let me talk with you guys. And, I learned something just like you guys. Hopefully, if you guys took anything from what I said, I appreciate you letting me up on the platform and talking with y'all. And
we learned a lot about it.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about it. Thanks to you, though, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no problem, most definitely. And like I said, get this team, get this staff to 1,000 subscribers and more. It's only the beginning, and get them already monetized. If they're not already, if they have merch, buy the merch, hit the link, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and show all these individuals support, just like they've allowed me and shown me some grace. So I appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Thank you, Marcus. We definitely appreciate it. Yeah. You helped us a lot, as far as educating us what's going on overseas. So
when you weren't, when you guys didn't allow me, you guys were roasting the shit out of me. So I gotta say that shit at least. Fuck.
I didn't actually.
I would have freaking straight up Hadoukened all you.
Hey, at least we took a vote, a rightful vote, and let you in. Okay.
I appreciate that democracy.
Let's see.
Go ahead. Also, Intellectual Soapbox, sports show is coming soon. Marcus is going to be on that joint as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely coming up, y'all.
And me.
So yeah.
I'll be there too.
No, you will not.
I know sports. Go Serena. Serena retired tonight and she won the U.S. Open. Tonight was her last game and she won.
Shout out to Serena.
That's right.
She better go out with a bang. So salutes to that.
Can't nobody top her.
Yep.
Salutes to her. Oh, DJ Eddie King. Anything you wanna say?
Well, I want to say, thanks. Thank you, Marcus, for coming up here and explaining the things that's been going on in Mexico and the certain things that I appreciate you, man, and thank you for coming up. And also,
respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully. Shout out to the chat. I want to thank everyone for coming. And I just, if you know, I just feel like, you know, if we see certain things, I feel like it's okay to talk about it. You know, especially things that are important, like for example, these videos that we've seen. You know, a lot of people didn't see these videos. You know, even those that's watching right now, they didn't even know anything about these videos. You know, so I'm glad that M3 you decided to post them up. So I want to thank you as well, M3.
Yeah, I'm gonna get hit with a lot of, like, you know, copyright claims, but that's okay. It's worth keeping up there.
Oh shit. and that's it.
Well, we can't forget about Be Easy, that dude. Yo, I can imagine a white person be like, "Hey, Be Easy, that guy."
That guy. Hey, yo.
Oh, no, Easy, the guy.
Bruh.
Bruh.
We go everywhere we go.
Easy, that dude.
He said, "Everywhere we go."
And any last closing remarks?
Yo, man, Full House is my
just
jam, man.
Yeah, I think it was a quality stream as usual. So shout out to the chat, everyone that came up, and you know, with discussions like this, you know, it's gonna be like a recurring theme, you know, because just the videos that we've shown, you know, people may be like, "Oh, I'm tired of seeing these videos already." Well, you tired of seeing the video. I mean, I'm tired of experiencing it, right? Like actually personally or around someone that's giving me testimony of what they actually went through. So this is just not some made up thing. It's not some illusion that people is just coming up with to keep themselves in a, you know, a perpetual state of victimhood. There are some people that may be comfortable with that, but there's a lot of people, the majority of people have legitimate grievances, you know, in regards to discrimination, oppression, racism, classism, all sorts of ism that's rooted in some sort of like hate and bias, you know. So we got to continue to have these discussions. You know, they will get very heated and contentious, but if it don't challenge you, it don't change you. You know what I mean? So you got to be prepared to be challenged. You know what I mean? You get sharpened by other iron. You know what I mean? They say iron sharpens iron, not bamboo sharpens iron. You know what I mean? So if you want to just be cutting through bamboo, you know, then this may not be the place for you. But if you want to get sharpened, you know, better spiritually, intellectually, morally, I think that this is the right place to be. You know what I mean? And I always like to tell people, it don't matter if it's your mama, your sister, your wife, your pet. It's nobody on the planet that you're going to agree with 100% of the time, nor should you. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in a place that's an echo chamber full of yes men, because that's not me. You know what I mean? I need someone to challenge me, even if they're wrong in that challenge. Just the attempt to challenge is saying like, hey, it's making me sharp, or I might even, you know, put them in their place. Like, hey, you know, that wasn't a worthy challenge. You know what I mean? Try again. Either way, we both getting better in the exchange. You know what I mean? And that's what I call an intellectual sparring session. You feel me? So it's gonna be many more of those, you know. Hey, and when we sparring, sometimes in sparring sessions, people do get knocked out accidentally, but it does happen. You know what I mean? But the most important thing is not the knockdown, it's when you get back up. You know what I mean? I'll leave it right there.
Definitely well intellectually said. And then with that, I'm just gonna say thank you everyone for tuning in to Knowledge and Relationships. Hopefully everyone had like a great time. Goddamn, Cameron, keep on shifting me left and right.
Real quick, the whole team, stay back, team, stay back, team.
Oh yeah,
not you, Marcus, but stay back, team.
Yep, no problem.
Yeah, actually, Marcus, I could probably drop out right now though. But thank you for
Yeah.
joining the panel.
Yeah, I was just about to head out, but I'm just say good night, y'all, and be safe out there.
All right, good night, bro.
Good night.
All right, laters. Okay, wait, what do you want to say, Mr. Soapbox?
No, just everybody stay back. That's it.
Okay. Is Queen included too, or just his bros?
Yeah, Queen too, yeah.
Okay, for sure. Oh, okay. But anyways, okay. Thank you everybody for tuning in to Knowledge Relationships. Okay. Never mind, I'm getting distracted. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Awesome show. And you gotta keep it real, authentic, and that's pretty much it. So you gotta get out, get ready for work. But other than that, see you later, everyone. And we are out. As soon as go through the videos. Okay, where is it? Outro. There we go. Peace, everyone.
Knowledge and relationships.